Hello everyone, welcome to the Pequeno pod with Señor Pequeños. New year, new intro, same relaxed comedy. Please consider supporting us on Patreon as we are but poor lost circus performers and it helps pay for podcast equipment, editing hours, and also gets you some fun little goofy benefits. And if you choose not to, that's fine. That's fine. We'd appreciate a 5-star rating. We read comments and reviews in every episode, so enjoy this free one and have a horrible day.
Oh, the shitting. The shitting has arrived.
We have so many cords in this set. There's the cord because I have to move the router. There's the cord for both of these headphones. So it's just her fucking dream because there's just string everywhere for her to grab. Girl, we gave you your own string. You have a string. Look.
Yeah, there's this lady at the gym who's like a level 10 yapper. And she likes to talk so much, good lord. She's the one where, when I was on my break, she was just talking about cats the whole time while I was taking a shit, you know?
To you in the bathroom?
Yeah, did I not say that on here?
Was she shitting as well, or...?
Like, she saw me walk into the stall.
She didn't have to shit, she just walked in there to talk to you about cats.
Yeah, she was like, I love cats, any kind of cats. If I could have a lion, I would. A tiger, giant cats, I'd tame them. She's like this really buff lady in like her mid-60s. I think she said she's about to retire.
Oh my gosh.
But
I tame them, honey.
I was working out the other day, and she came up to me and was like, are you a trainer here now? Are you a trainer? And I was like, oh no, I'm just helping my mom. And then my mom turned around and was like, oh my gosh,
oh, no,
I hired her 30 years ago.
What?
Yeah. So my mom always thought that woman was on speed, legitimately, because she talks so much. Yeah, she thought she was always on drugs, and my mom's like, yeah, she was always really tan, and she was really buff. She worked in the produce department and was like one of the head people for like lifting all the cases of produce, so she liked that she got a workout out of it. But yeah, she was telling me, oh, when I'm in the cut, I used to do bodybuilding competitions, and when you're like in the carb deficit, you don't eat anything but protein, so I would just eat 3 cans of tuna a day, and that's it. And she just talks for like a really long ass time, right? But she's an interesting one for sure. She whipped out her bodybuilding championship card.
That could have gone any different way.
She keeps it. She keeps it on her at all times.
There goes Julianna to the bathroom. I better talk to her.
Yeah, she's got like really short, spiky, bright blue hair.
Of course she does. That makes so much sense. It's those blue-haired ones you gotta watch out for, am I right?
True. My coworker made a joke about that the other day, and then I was like, oh, the blue-haired ones, huh? And then he's like, wait, that's not
he was like, yes, they are.
I know.
I just hate that she followed you into the bathroom while not shitting herself. It's one thing to start a conversation while you're shitting. She
was getting stuff out of her locker. She saw me. I was making a beeline straight to the toilet because it was my break, and I was like, it's time to go.
Liquids or solids?
She just grabs one of your butt cheeks.
Issues, man.
She's just like, hi.
Yeah, she was just like, you know, because I think I commented on her shirt. No, yeah, like I was walking by her, she said something to me, and then I don't know, instinctually, I give women compliments, so like, her shirt was like Rosie the Riveter with like a cat on it or something, and some kind of pun.
Of course, this Rosie the Riveter is a lion.
Yeah, and it was some kind of pun, and I was just like, I like your shirts, and she was like, cat.
Can I smell your poop?
Yeah.
That poop's just like my cats. I would rescue more if I could.
I'm sure. Speaking of cat, I saw the baby. I just saw. Did you see it, Nick?
Yeah, she keeps scampering by. Right now, she's grabbing the wire attached to my router.
That's so dumb. I thought you meant like the artist, and I'm like, what does that have to do
with baby?
The baby? You saw him live?
You saw the baby?
No, like right before you got on, she was playing with all the wires that are dangling from them right now.
Yeah, no, because this setup has so many wires. Like, literally, the router is the only thing keeping this entire call running right now, right? Like, the Wi-Fi thing that I had to move for this shit, that I have to plug into my laptop because our Wi-Fi is so bad. And she's just, like, looking at me and looking at the wire and, like, putting her paw on it and, like, ready to, like, just unplug the whole thing. I'm doing you a favor.
You don't want this plugged in.
Oh, she's like,
no one wants this.
This podcast sucks. Turn this off.
She turns to me and says that, just full, like, mouth moving and everything.
Every other location I've been to, they've all been way bigger gyms, and they get, like, half the foot traffic we get, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Why? And everybody who works at them says it's so boring, and I'm like, our gym, at least it's never boring. I can say that.
Is that even a thing to say? Like, literally any other... I don't even go to Planet Fitness, but anytime I've been in one for some reason, it's always, like, one old person in the back on the leg machine, and that's it, in this giant fucking building. So it sounds awful.
They set off the lunk alarm for 2 full minutes last week for an old man. It was 2 full minutes. And he just, like... he's screaming, and they're like, stop making noise.
Dude, he's being obnoxious.
Have you seen those TikToks where it's like, oops, set off the lug alarm, and it's just him standing in the mirror going, ah!
Yeah, he, like, this guy, he's probably, like, mid-60s, late 60s. He was doing the leg press, so the one where you're, like, on the ground and pushing straight up, where you can do, like, 800, 900 pounds on it. He was doing that one, and he was putting up to the max all the way to the climax of the machine, full apex, and then removing his legs so it would go BAM! And then he'd push it all the way up, and then he'd move his legs every time, and it'd be like, BAM! Like, just really loud.
It's just like sending a crater into the ground with every try.
Yeah, the half the point of the exercise is that you're supposed to get the resistance from, you know, coming back down.
See,
and then
Juliana
pushing up.
knows these things now after being a good worker at Planet Fitness.
And boy, was he only doing half the workout. And he was grunting very loud, which, like, we don't really care. Like, you know, people are like, no grunting, no yelling. If you're straining while doing a workout, whatever. I literally got a Charlie horse.
One, you can do whatever the hell you fucking want.
I got a Charlie horse last week during a leg curl, and I full screamed. I couldn't do it. I couldn't help it. I was like, ah! And then, like, people turned around and looked at me, and I was like,
what you just did is honestly worse than an actual scream. Just going, ah!
Well, yeah, because, like, yeah, I couldn't help it. I was like,
Yowie!
Oh God, moaning.
Okay, dumb question, but like, is the lunk alarm sound activated, or is someone actually clicking?
That is the propaganda we try to. They try to get ingrained into people who come in, but we have a switch.
That works for me. Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah, we have a switch under our desk that we flip, so it's just a light switch type system, and we flip it up, flip it down. It sounds like a chicken. My coworkers like to do it for like 1 second, so it'll just be like.
Ew.
Yeah, it's so stupid. People just kind of look around like they're like, what?
What was that?
Dude, if there was a switch, I'd be messing with people so bad. I'd be like the quietest person in the gym, just like, I'd be like, just fucking with them the whole time.
Sometimes if people know like the regulars and they're like friends with whoever's in there and they like accidentally like slam a weight and it comes back, they're like, flip it. Fucking flip it right now. Whoever's next to it, flip it. I'm like, okay. Yeah, it's a big siren, and, like, the lights flash, so, and it's labeled lunk alarm, and it's like, and so it was going off for 2 minutes, and the leg press is directly below it. So directly below that siren, that's where that old man was, and he was pushing it, and he didn't.
He just like, who's being loud?
Yeah, he's just like
this siren's making it so loud for me to do my exercise.
Yeah, and he was, you know, he's like moaning, grunting. A lot of people sound like they're straight up busting a nut in there, you know, like at all times.
Awesome.
They are.
That's how the gym.
Of your bathrooms.
Yeah, the sauna, dude.
Oh yes, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. They do. And this guy just kept going, and literally nobody was saying anything, like, of the workers, so a member ended up...
sitting there just staring at him.
Yeah, everybody was.
Like,
yes, and then just letting it slam, and then a member ended up coming up to him and just, like, tapping him on the shoulder and pointed straight up at the alarm.
Punching him straight in the face.
He's like, hey, sir, you know, just so you know you're setting that off, see how there's, like, a label under it that says, like, don't make too much aggressive sounds or be intimidating.
The machine's making the noise, not me.
Yeah, and
hey,
he's just like,
shut the fuck up.
So, like, he hopped off the machine, and then I was going to use, the calf raise machine, and this man, it's got a bench on it. So he put his arm on the bench. It's just a seat. He put his hand on the bench and then started doing an arm workout on the calf raise machine. So a leg machine. And there are benches everywhere that he could use instead.
They're not as cool.
But he was using that one. So like I walked over to use it. He cut me off and just started going to town on it.
Punches you.
And I was like, okay, I guess I'll wait. And then as soon as he hopped on it, he just went on a different bench right next to it. It's like, you could have just done the same. You could have done a variety of workouts on a bench.
He sits on the bench that you want, reaches over to the other bench to use that stuff. Just like...
Yeah, and next to me was this kid who's a regular, who he was using a chest press machine. And the guy was just sitting on the bench staring at this kid. He was just staring directly at him. He was staring at, like, everybody in the gym for, like, a good 15 minutes, like, not working out.
Paint stare.
Yeah, he was just, he was just kind of
literally.
looking around. But then when there was this, like, this kid is 16, and the guy was like, go, yeah, go! And the kid was, like, clearly about to, like, fail. And he's like, no, keep it going.
If you fail, I'll fucking slice your throat. No!
Yeah, he was like, yeah. And then the kid was like, and just like let go of it and was like, yeah, kid was just like so uncomfortable, and like I looked at the kid, and the kid looked at me, and the kid started laughing, and I was like, what is this guy? And the guy walked straight up to him and is like, oh man, you're lifting 245s on each side. Wow,
What
you're
a
so
strong
strong.
boy you
You're
are.
so strong. Yeah, no, that's exactly how he fucking sounded. And he's like, wow, that's really good. And like, the kid's just looking directly at me like, and the guy's like, yeah, how old are you? And he's like 16, and he's like, well, when I was 15, I was able to do that too. I was doing that. Yeah. I was like, okay.
There it is.
Okay, buddy. Okay. Dude was just
When I
going
was
around.
15, I could do 600 once and put a hole in the floor.
He was just going around like cheering on teenage boys, like staring at women. Like it was just like everything about him was just like
Not cheering on the women, just staring at them.
No, just staring. Yeah, no, I like when he was at that bench right in front of me, he was staring at me. Like, you know, you get a lot of old
Is this
people
different than the
staring at you.
real? Yeah, but you had a guy that was like following you around and was like underneath your legs staring at you, didn't you?
Yeah, that day I came to work out, I was so annoyed. I was like, worst.
Welcome back to gym talk.
Yeah, gym talk. Yeah,
Gym talk.
I was trying to work out. I guess somehow the day I chose to go, everybody was doing the same split as me. So everybody was doing the exact same thing. So like the gym wasn't super busy, but everybody was using all the back related machines. So I was like, damn, there's literally nothing open that I can use. So I was just like going from area to area as soon as one opened up. And this guy kept following me around, and he was not doing back exercises. I was doing pull-ups.
He was doing exercises.
I was attempting to do a pull-up because I can't do a freaking pull-up, but I was up on these bars trying to do a pull-up, and he puts a yoga mat directly under where my feet are. And he just starts doing, like, crunches directly under me, and I'm like, what the fuck?
He's just sitting under with his nose out, just like, oh no, if you fail, oh, that would be terrible.
Yeah, no, he was literally
Don't
like...
whiff Lively, stop, please. I saw that.
Yeah, as soon as I let go, I tried to, like, jump out of the way of where he was, and I just moved to a different area because I was like, what the F?
You should have just dropped directly on his face with your feet.
I
You
should have.
crushed his fucking jaws. Just his jaws disintegrate. Like
and
a
then
mummy,
I was,
just disappears.
And then I sent you guys a video, and I was like, going to the lat pull down machine, was like, I'm just not feeling this workout today. Also, there's like a man following me. Literally, as I finished filming that, he walked into frame of where it was. I wish I was recording 5 seconds longer.
I wish you would too, because I don't believe you. So I mean,
he appeared, and he was just sitting in that area, and then I was like, God damn it! And like he was doing more ab exercises, and he wasn't even near any ab machines. He was just doing it on the floor
He's
in
using
between
a
a
leg
bunch
raise
of machines.
machine for the calf, for the abs.
Basically,
His body is at like 120-degree angle, just.
Ascending. Yeah, no, he followed me in there, so I literally just got up and left and was like, I'm not continuing this one anymore. I went and was like, I'm going to attempt to do some more pull-ups on, because literally every machine I wanted was taken. So I was like, okay, just gonna keep doing some like dead hangs and scrunch up my shoulders to try to build up some strength while I'm dangling off the assisted pull-up machine. So I did that, and that happens to be where ab machines are. So he was actually doing an ab workout at this point. So he did follow me in there immediately. Except this thing faces the machine I was on, and it's just like a chair that you crunch forward.
Yeah,
and so he wasn't even doing the crunches. He was just sitting in the seat, just staring directly at
I
me.
like
I'm like,
these
God
chairs
damn.
they give you.
Just got
Just
popcorn
holding
out.
onto them like.
Yeah. He's like gripping them as hard as possible. I'm just like, well,
Ugh.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Like, you get lots of great people who come in. I told you about that one guy who was like staring at the 13-year-old girls.
Yeah, and then
Not on
and
this
then they
podcast, but like in the
complained.
group chat. You
Oh,
told
I
us
thought you
about
should
it.
talk
Not on
about
the
I thought she
podcast?
talked about it in the podcast call because then
I have no idea.
because then I thought the girls came up to the desk and said something, and as soon as they started walking to the desk, he started like going up like, no, now listen here, I wasn't
Oh,
doing
I didn't know
shit.
if it was a voice note or if it was here. Never mind. Sorry, my bad.
I don't remember. I feel like I
Sorry for
haven't been
everyone
on
listening.
in so
We're not
long.
doing this for you. We're doing this for us.
Yeah,
And if
kind
we've
of.
already
I
heard
miss
it,
you
we don't
guys.
want to hear
I
it
miss
again.
We're just hanging out.
I know. I feel like I haven't been on in forever.
Yeah, neither
Last
of you. It's
month
been a
I
while.
had like 4 days off. For
Yeah, it
anybody who
sounded
doesn't
awful.
know, January's like the worst time to work at a gym
Yeah.
because of
Really?
the
You
New Year's
don't say.
resolution.
Shocker.
So very
It's
fun.
almost like it's a
you know?
new year or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Almost like they resoluted to. I can't. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
was,
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it was not a fun time. We're still dealing with, now there's like all the new members we got during that time. So February's still busy, but they cut
February's
my
cancellation month.
Yeah, because we have to do all the cancellations. They can't do it online. They have to come in, and
they have
like
to
we
come
have
in
to-
and like draw their fingerprint and shit and whatever you have to do to cancel at gyms these days.
Yeah, well, with us, it's, like, very easy, but, God, there was this lady who came in last week. She was screaming at me about not being
I
able to
remember you
cancel.
saying that.
Yeah, she was screaming at me because if you sign up at a different location, you're
Yeah, you
supposed
have to
to
go there,
cancel with your home gym. And she's like, what do you mean? You make it so hard. This is so stupid. Why are you doing
She's
this?
like,
And I was
I've got to drive all the way to the place that I drove to make the gym membership.
Yes,
And you're like,
so it is
uh-huh.
literally that location that she got it from is 15 minutes away from my location. So, yeah, she's like, there's no way I'm going there. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry about that. It is.
Crush the fields and plains.
Yeah,
What?
she's like, this is so inconvenient. I can't believe you're making this so inconvenient. And I was like, oh, it's not me personally. This is just like a policy that the franchise has. And, like she was just
hey,
getting really
it's
upset.
you. We're doing this for
it
you.
is me. It is me.
We hate you.
And fortunately she was like stupid and didn't fill out all her information. So I was actually able to like hack the system. This is the first time I've ever been able to do this. So I went in and just filled out her address as being
What, a
literally
virus to the entire Planet Fitness.
yeah, I filled out her address as just being my club. So then it basically like reset her membership to be at our club being the home club. Like you can't normally go in there and edit it and
'cause she
have that
fucked up.
work.
She
But
for
yeah, but-
address she put in address question mark.
Yeah, she just left it blank. So like yeah,
I'm
because
not
of that.
telling.
Yeah. So
Why would you need to know this?
so I guess if anybody goes to Planet Fitness, that's a hack for you. If you ever move, just
I
never
live
fill out
here.
your address. Yeah. Never fill out your address on it, I guess. I don't know. She was yelling at me for like a good 10 minutes and I was like trying to like de-escalate the situation, make her less angry. And she's like, what if I moved? What if I moved? What would you do? What would you
I'd
do?
I
kill
was about to
myself.
ask that. What happens if you move to another state?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, so another like option we have an alternative form of just sending in a letter. So all you have to do is say, I would like to cancel my membership, and then you put in your
handwritten
signature.
letter.
And yeah, that's what you do. You just mail in a letter to your location. So I was like,
Planet Fit-
yes.
Dude, that's-
Who
I'd be
it
so
might
upset.
concern.
It's very corny, and she was like very upset that I even suggested
Ain't no
that.
way the 18-year-olds that can't spell sign on are reading a handwritten cursive letter from some
Spell what?
bitch a town over.
Yeah.
Spell what? What word?
Oh, you
Sign
didn't
up.
see that one yet? Her dumb bitch coworker. Sorry, that's a bit much. Wow.
Don't say it in case she listens to this.
As if she could understand the words I'm saying.
What happened?
Juliana said that for weeks she can't spell sign on. She spells it sing on.
Yeah, she can't
Sign
spell.
on? What word is? I'm sorry,
It's
but I've
sign up.
never heard
It's
this
sign
word.
up. It's sign
Oh.
up.
Oh, sign up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with a hyphen.
membership sign up.
Nick doesn't know it either.
I just heard sign on, and I'm like, what is sign on? I don't know what that is.
SINON. Sign on.
Yeah, it's great.
Okay, all right. Sorry,
Yeah.
my bad.
What was I even fucking saying? Oh, the lady who was
You gotta
mad. She was
Send a
she was
scroll via bird to the headquarters. To
yeah,
cancel the membership.
yeah. I was like, yeah,
Via
just
pigeon, yeah.
I was like, you could also send a letter, and then she's like, okay, well, hand me a piece of paper right now, and I'll make you a letter. And I was like, unfortunately, it would have to be at that location that you signed up with. And then she's like, are you fucking serious?
The paper has to be from the old location.
No,
You can
the
tell.
paper-
Unfortunately,
you
the
have
paper
to
has
get
to
the
be made
paper
from
there.
real trees. You're like,
Yes.
what?
Yeah, no, she was pissed though, and then I was just because she was just sitting there yapping. I was just letting her vent. That's when I was just fucking around like in her membership and was like.
You weren't even
messing
paying
around on
attention.
the-
You're just like,
6,000 years old.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was just messing around like in her profile, seeing I'm clicking on stuff, and then eventually I was able to hack our little like data tracker thingy, and yeah. So I was like, oh, cool. She was just going for so long. I
you
was
don't
like, I have
exist
nothing
anymore.
else to do. Yeah, I was like, I have nothing else to do. So then I was like, oh, look, it's letting me, and I was like, hopefully this works. Fingers crossed. If you get an email confirming this, then it's all good to go. So and then
She's ready to strangle you.
yeah, I was like, she's never come back in. So hopefully.
Alright. She comes back with a gun.
I'm sorry, you actually have to shoot the people at the other location.
Are you serious? Did I send you guys the video where it was like the active shooter like training module?
Oh, I thought you were going to say, did you see an active shooter or Planet Fitness? Fucking of course. No.
No, yeah, it was terrible. It was literally like if there's an active shooter, don't give a fuck about
Keep
anybody
lifting.
around
Don't give up,
you.
you pussy.
Yeah, yeah.
Keep
Keep
getting those
going.
gains.
Eat those
Drop the weight even
bullets.
harder.
They'll make you stronger. Yeah. Pump an iron, take the iron. Yeah, it was like they were like go straight to the like workers like either like supply closets that have like locks or are like break rooms. Just lock yourself in there. Like do not let
Go
any
with the
members
mouse.
in there. Yeah, don't worry about that's what it said in there. It was like you go straight in there. Don't give a fuck
We
about
can't lose any
anybody
more
else.
workers at this
If
time.
there are
please.
customers
Yeah.
in the room, kick them out.
Yeah, basically. I told you about that new
Turn
location
on the luck
I've been
alarm
helping
and
at.
point at customers.
Yeah, they were like, just leave them. They were like, don't try to save anybody. Don't try to corral people to the exit.
Your
We don't
screaming is
fucking
too
care.
loud.
If
Yeah,
they die,
yeah.
we can continue their memberships. It doesn't fucking matter. They actually have to
that's
send a
kinda how-
letter from the afterlife to cancel their subscription.
Dude, that's kind of
after
how
they
gyms
die.
are. There was one of my coworkers. He pulled up a guy's membership and was like, "Oh, this is my ex's dad," and he was like very scary looking. This man's photo was really scary, and he was like, "Oh yeah, he's an ex-convict." Or I guess was a convict. But then on his profile, why it said canceled, like the membership ended, it said
no.
deceased.
Kill the guy.
In big red letters and
Deceased other people. He killed other people.
yeah, I was like, oh my god. Yeah, but my coworker said the dude like I don't know, he like robbed a place and then was in like a high chase pursuit type
Oh
thing
my
and the
gosh.
police
And his name was Simpson.
Yeah.
yeah. No, I think the police he tried to run away or he tried to attack him.
Yeah, right. And
it was
a
a
Range
shootout.
Rover. Yeah.
It was a shootout and they
What car did
shot
OJ
him.
drive? I forget.
Bronco.
Yeah, the Bronco.
Did
Sorry.
you say a Range Rover?
No, that would be stupid.
You're like, what's the difference? Dude,
was
the
driving
same
a
It was a
Hummer.
minivan, right? Oh,
Dude, a lot of my coworkers are like super into cars, and I
guess
have
they're
no
super
idea
into OJ.
anything about cars. And they're like, I bet you know what that one is right there, and they just point to one in the parking lot, and I'm like, Subaru, and they're like, no, I'm like, I don't know.
Dumbass, you thought that was. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Can you
Hello?
hear us?
Hello?
Oh, we can hear you now. We couldn't hear you for the last couple
Oh,
seconds.
I said cars are like the least important thing on my radar. I don't
We're
care.
being censored. The government's
yeah, the
censoring
car
our
Big
car
cars
slack.
coming in, dude.
Car brain. Dude, the other day I was talking to one of my friends and was like, oh, if I could fly, that'd be like the best superpower. Then I wouldn't have to drive. And then they were like, yeah, I'm sure everyone would do that. And I was like, no. Now the car manufacturers would be like, you're protected from the elements. You don't have to deal with people around you. You get the security of being by yourself. You get that privacy. People would still fucking use cars. They would be so lazy. They wouldn't fly places.
no.
They'd still use cars even if they could fly. I
but
guarantee.
Fly from the
shopping.
house to the car and then drive.
I'm not gonna lose my groceries.
Yeah, yeah.
Henry Ford's just out there with a shotgun shooting flying people down. Buy cars!
I guarantee it. the car brain society. My friends hate when I say that. I'm always dropping you car brained motherfuckers. They're like, shut up.
Lively, how do you get to work?
Bus.
I wish we had better bus routes.
And my buses are terrible here, but I still use them.
This is a great time to plug our Patreon. Please give us money so that Juliana can get to work and get to the other place that they're having her fucking fill in that's like way the hell away. But
it's like a 55-minute drive minimum.
Yeah, anyway.
That's horrible.
But anyway,
also, we got merch. Buy merch.
Yeah, you've been busy. You've been moving houses and things.
Yeah, but we're good. We're Gucci. Old childhood house is sold.
Good.
We're fine.
Woo! Congratulations.
Very sad. I left little drawings on the... Okay, this is kind of a... I don't think I told you this story on this podcast, at least.
Nick,
when I was a kid, I got...
for 5 weeks, so...
Oh, okay, well... No, when I was a kid, I got framed by one of my cousins. It's still kind of funny. It's like a cute little story. It's nothing bad, but... when my mom first introduced...
Anyway, he killed a person, yeah.
Yeah, no, we're both in jail for a very long time.
Aww.
Background's just green screen.
I don't like talking about it. No, I'm kidding. So, we got markers when I was, like, very little, and markers were, like, a big, like, oh my god, you guys got markers. Because before I only had, like, crayons.
Anyway, please pay us on the Patreon, for the love of God.
Please.
Please.
Markers
are a privilege.
I haven't been promoted to pens
permanent.
yet. No, so we got markers, and my mom's like, okay, like, the rule with... They were, like, Crayola, but still... My mom's like, the rules with this is, like, you don't draw on the walls. Why are you giving me the side eye? What is going on? What is that? You good?
Me?
Yes, you were like...
Me? What did I do?
I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, I was just checking my Audacity. Sorry, I wasn't trying to look at you.
I was like, what? Is Crayola a bad brand? What happened?
You're like, don't draw on
Nick,
the walls.
Shut the hell up.
Dude, stop. Big Crayon is listening. No, so
Trump
we got...
banned crayons.
Stop.
He was tired of people calling him Orange Man, and he's like, no colors ever.
We're banning the brown crayons and the black ones.
Gross,
The
disgusting
DI
brown
crayons,
ones.
we're banning those. White crayons, double
like
them.
White crayons. So
Everyone's
love white
favorite thing to
crayons.
use, white crayons.
no, so we got markers, and my mom's like, hey, the only rule with these is you don't draw on the walls or anything that's like a surface that isn't like paper, like just use your drawing pads, whatever. And I was like, okay, cool, awesome. And my mom usually bought me like a bunch of like coloring books, so I was okay with that. And then one day, my cousin is like, hey, come over here. And I'm like, what's going on? And she's standing by the fireplace. And she's like, why don't we draw faces on the fireplace? And I'm like, we're not allowed to do that. And she's like, I'm doing it. You could do it too. And I'm like, okay.
But I'm doing it.
So she's up to the fireplace.
No good.
So she's in the fire.
And she's drawing, like, this is her hand, and then she's, like, covering it. So she's like, look, I'm drawing, and she's going like that. And I'm like, okay. So I go up, and I take my little handy-dandy marker, and I draw, like, an ugly little face. It just looked bad, because I'm, like, 4. And then she's like, okay.
For drawing ugly faces.
Yeah, I'm sure it looked great, because the way he draws is fantastic.
Well, it's also I was going to say the cemetery, Jesus Christ. The fireplace is made out of rock.
In your house.
Nick, where were you exactly drawing these things? On the tombstone of
That's
my
my uncle in the walls. What? No, so like the fireplace is made out of rock.
in the kitchen. What?
We hear voices at night.
So I'm drawing like as best I can on this rocky surface, and my cousin starts laughing, and she's like, "Draw another one, draw another one." And I'm like, we're going to get in trouble. And she's like, no, draw another one. And I go, okay. So I draw a second.
We won't get in trouble.
She didn't say that. So I drew a second one, I drew a third one, and I think she's drawing along too, because she's going like this. And then my mom, she comes downstairs, and she catches both of us by the fireplace doodling with markers. And she's like, what are you doing? And right away, like, that's like a jump scare for a kid. You're like, oh, dude, I got caught. It's like the police got you. So I'm like, drop everything. And she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just like freaking out. And she's like, what were you doing? And I'm like, I was drawing. And she's like, why are you drawing? And right away, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to point the blame to my cousin. My cousin's doing it too.
She convinced
So I point,
me.
and I'm like, well, she's drawing too. And she goes, no, I'm not. And she moves her hand away, and there's nothing there, of course. So now there's like 3 ugly little smiley faces on her chimney.
She's like, you think I draw like that? That was clearly the baby.
You think I draw a little shit like that? No,
I
that's
was
Nick.
so upset. I remember
shit.
just being like, oh, I got set up. This is so foul. I can't believe you. How dare you?
The betrayal of a 4-year-old child.
Luckily, my mom knew what was going on just by, her also being there going like this, but there was nothing there. I got in trouble, but nothing like crazy. Like, I think I just stood in a corner for like a minute, and then she's like, okay, don't do it again.
I got off being grounded last week, so I mean, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it's finally over.
You're like, I was finally able to move out of that.
Thank God.
Now we can
my dad finally got rid of those little faces on the fireplace.
Oh, he like scrubbed them off.
Yeah, he scrubbed them off. They're still faintly there, but you have to like really look. It's kind of dumb.
Did you like leave any secret, fun, hidden messages for the next people somewhere in the house?
You will die. You
scare
will die. You
people.
will die.
Yeah.
We put walkie-talkies in the walls behind the drywall so I can speak to them now at night.
There's one little Easter egg in my old house, and it's not like an Easter egg that I did as an adult. It's just me being a kid. We had a crawl space. We didn't have an attic back then, so underneath like the stairs, there was a little door that you could use it for storage.
Coraline, is that what you said? That was so quick.
Okay. And so
Hey,
like
Coraline's good.
I've never seen it, and so I've seen the first 10 minutes of that movie, and
You're
that's
the
it.
creepy Halloween person, though.
Woohoo! No, because the
hell?
person I was watching it with, they fell asleep, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna watch it by myself.
Okay,
it's
I
good.
feel bad.
It's good.
I'll let them wake up, and then we can watch it. And that just never happened. We just started watching other things.
The
and
crawl
that was it.
space in my house was always really creepy, and my mom told me not to go in there because there were like goblins in there. That's why it was so small.
Oh, I
that's
fully
real,
believe
that's
her
real, I believe
because
her,
your
yeah,
house
that's real.
has those things. Genuinely, yeah.
It was a door for goblins. She's like, don't open it. And then Coraline, the movie came out, and it was like she goes through the crawl space, and it's like creepy, and I'm like, you know what?
Spoiler alert! I'm kidding.
Spoiler alert, goblins is shorthand for your Italian uncle.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Brace it.
Yeah, no,
Dude,
so in the
there's
crawl space. Oh, really
Oh,
quick,
sorry,
just really
no.
quick. I just
No,
put
you're
a single
good.
sticker of Patrick's star in there, and it's still up.
Aw.
You can see it in there. as
The
soon
new
as you
owners
open the
call
door.
you back. We're giving you back the house.
We
Contract
don't want the
nullified. Come back here and get that fucking sticker.
Yeah, but that's it. We don't like. There's no other Easter eggs or anything crazy.
Wow.
No Easter
And this is your
eggs.
childhood home, right? Like that's the one you
Yeah,
grew
this is
up
where I
in?
grew up.
Wow.
Up until like.
Did I ever tell you guys about that time I went camping, and it was like where they filmed kind of like a low-grade indie like scary movie, I guess.
Yeah,
at this
Leprechaun
campsite.
4. Leprechaun goes
Yeah,
to space.
it was something like that,
The
and
leprechaun
like
goes to the hood.
and so like
It's a real
I
movie.
was
Is that what the
By the
fourth one is? Nick's
don't know
like,
which one that
actually,
is.
the fourth one is he goes to the hood.
I think that might be the fifth one.
I was going to sleep, and on the wall, I guess in like this like specialty glow in the dark paint, you couldn't see it at all during the day, but as soon as I turned out the lights
Oh,
at
'cause
night,
the
I like
lights
turned
charge
around,
it.
and on the walls there was something like
You will die, you will die, you will die,
yeah,
you will die, you will
yeah,
die.
no, it was literally like that, and it was like in drippy kind of like blood looking
Ew.
font. You know, I turned around and shrieked, and my parents came into the room and were like, "What the?"
Turn on the
fuck?"
lights and they were like, I don't see shit.
Yeah, no, they did at first. They're like, what? And I'm like, whoa, turn it back off, turn it back. Look, and there's nothing.
Yeah, then there's
Look.
just nothing there. Oh, that would be awful.
That's how it was at first, and then I was like, whoa, there was something, I swear. Yeah, that was the same camping trip where John lost his first tooth, because we were like pillow fighting with my cousin, and she took like the like one of the sofa cushions. She took the whole cushion of a sofa and like smacked him across the face, and he went flying and hit the floor, and when he hit the floor, the tooth was like ding ding.
What?
My cousin was like a teenager as well, mind you. We were like 4 and 6.
Flying?
Yeah.
The sheer velocity of that.
Yeah, she took the whole
I'm just
sofa
imagining them like a little baby rag doll just getting thrown across the room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just
It
full
was a fun
John-
trip. John also got slapped another time on that trip. There was like a
Dog,
little
what
like
is going on?
lake. There was a little
Did you
lake
get dropped
right
down the stairs?
as a baby, yeah. Yeah. Not on this trip. Not on this trip.
That was me.
It was when I kicked him down
dropped
the
him.
stairs. I did. I lured him to
I
the
had
top of
enough.
the stairs, and he was standing there, and I fully like drop kicked him like He's like, yeah,
Full 300.
Scar, brother!
yeah. I did. I was
Long live the king.
I was a little shitster. Yeah. The crazy thing is, like, people at the gym, they see us now, and they're like, that's so nice that you and your brother get along. And I'm like, yeah, we're, like, really close now. Like, we're like besties now, but when we grew up,
Yeah, 'cause
we
he has brain
we beat the
damage.
shit. Yeah, I was gonna. No, we beat the shit out of each other as kids. We like hated each other growing up. So, yeah, like
I wonder why.
yeah, one of the members were like, "Oh, did your parents like force you guys to get along?" And I'm like, "Literally not at all. Like, I stabbed John with like a fork one time because he bit me. It was like,
You should have.
You know.
Preach.
dude, yeah, he drew blood, and I was like, ah! And then my parents were like, "Oh my god," because the fork like got stuck in him.
In
Yeah,
his
it was-
bone.
It was
Good
pretty
Lord.
bad. Yeah, we were bad. I'm gonna be honest. We were fucking bad kids. We were little shitsters. What do you mean? What do we do now?
It's been so long since we've all been together. I'm glad everybody's still alive, even if only
Alive.
barely. Good Lord. We can definitely hit a
You're
few of
not
these
wrong.
Spotify reviews, and then what topics do we even have lately? But anyway.
Oh, when
not
you
good
mentioned
ones.
the Italian short goblins, I'm gonna say a quick random quip.
Oh.
This man at the gym the other day, I was helping him sign up.
Goblins reminded you of this?
Yes.
Speaking
Well, when
of
Daniel
goblin, this man.
Daniel said her uncle, and I was like racist. I reminded me of this guy. He was
Okay.
he was filling out his like little
Daniel being racist reminded me.
demographic form. It was like to go into the tanning bed, you have to fill out like a safety waiver and
Mm-hmm.
then fill out your general demographic information for like skin type, blah 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 blah. Yeah, right. And so like
White.
he was reading stuff,
Oh.
and he's like, what do I have to do for this? What do I have to do for this? And I was like about to check him in, and
Yeah,
I
I
was like,
wonder
oh,
what ethnicity he is.
yeah. I was like,
Nick, we can't say that.
I was like,
Yes,
I was like, oh, do you need assistance with anything on the kiosk? And he's like, what's this stuff popping up? I can't read this. And so I was like, oh, I can like read the stuff for you, right? Because some people like it's too tiny a font, and so I come over
Hey,
and read
oh,
it.
sorry,
and
I'm just a plumber. Anyway.
yeah, and he's just like, what's this first one? And I was like, oh, it's like asking about like your skin color, like the shades. And he's like, well, what am I? I'm not fair, but I'm not like that dark because, well, I'm Italian, you see, I'm not Italian, so I'm not like white. And I'm like,
Oh,
there it is.
yeah. I was like,
Yep.
But like when I came around the kiosk, I didn't realize
What?
like how short the guy was. Okay, well, I was at the front desk and I walked around, and
Stop
and when I walked
acknowledging this dumb shit.
when I walked to the individual, I realized he was very
goblin,
very
if you will.
small. Yeah. Yes, he was a very like stocky, like balding guy, and like the fact that I had to
Smooth.
look down. I had to look
You
down.
look down?
That yes,
That's
that
crazy.
means I
That's
never
awesome.
have to look down at people. Unless they are like, you know, a small person and they're like they have
Unless they're a
dwarfism,
goblin, yeah.
right? Well, no, like this
The only
guy,
thing
this guy
shorter
was
than Julianna is goblin.
this guy was like proportionally, you know, like
A goblin.
he didn't. No,
Trying to
I
get
came up
lively
to him.
fired speedrun.
Yeah, I know, right? I looked at him and like I realized to make eye contact with him, I had to fully be like that,
I had
and
to
I was
go
like,
like
oh, yeah, like I'm 5'0". So this man,
here?
this man had to be a maximum like 4'7".
here. What's it say?
Yeah, what's he saying? Yeah, he was like 4'7". He's just like, well,
Oh
what am
my
I supposed to
gosh.
put here? What am I supposed to put down? And then like the next question was like hair color. And I was like, well, what's your hair color?
Nothing.
And he's like, balding. Yeah, right? He's balding. And then he's like, well, when I
Hey,
had
oh, nothing.
hair.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. And I was like, but what was it?
You
Was it like
got
black?
eyes.
Yeah, I was like,
You
no,
asked
was it
him
like
what color was it?
Well, yeah, because he said when I have hair, and like that, he said it wasn't like I just.
I thought you meant like you had to put it down in the form. Like, okay, no, but what color did you have?
Because I was like, we just have to put anything down. Like, it's not gonna affect the way you tan, so just select whatever you want. And he's like, well, what do I have? What do I have? Can you see?
I wish I had blonde.
And it's like I can't.
His hair
I
grows
can't
back,
see
but it's a
anything.
different color, so they kick him out because it doesn't match.
Yeah, I was like, well, from what I see, it looks gray because like I'm looking directly down at the
my
top of
gosh,
this man's
Julian.
head.
I'm looking at your
so-
bald spot and honestly not saying
Well,
much.
even if
but,
you weren't bald, it looks fucking gray and white, you old ugly
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, so I don't know. One of my coworkers was like, "How many did he make you read of those?" And I was like, "Every single one." So
Awesome.
yeah, then he went in there, and he enjoyed it. But yeah, very small individual. Italians are goblins. I can confirm that.
I'm sorry, but when you said he enjoyed it, I just imagine him going like, "Woo!" and just cheering in there.
In the tanning bed.
Yeah, my dad,
Like a baby squirming on like a bed table.
dude, my parents, whenever they come into the gym, they like to use the red light therapy booths. And my dad, the last time he was in there was just a pile of pubes in there.
Oh,
And I was like,
dude.
why?
Just picking him out.
Yeah, I was just like, why?
This
I
therapy
got
really
time.
doing something to me, just ripping it out by a fistful.
It's a 12-minute session. They're just like, all right, let's go.
She
12
loves
minutes?
me. She loves me not.
I only need 10 minutes myself.
Oh, man.
She loves me. She loves me not.
Yeah, I felt bad. My parents were like, you guys don't clean those? And I was like, no. We clean all of the equipment.
What could you possibly say to that? Yeah, we left the pubes.
Yeah, we did it on purpose. I thought it added a nice...
Those are mine.
Yeah. It's like we clean all the equipment, we sanitize all the machines that you would use to work out with, but the amenities in the back, we just let people take care of them.
Go to the back.
Yeah, we don't.
It's
We
full
have
of
this
common
running
pubes.
Dude, we have
Don't
this
touch
running
that shit.
thing that's called what happens in the black card spa stays in the black card spa because some weird shit goes down there. There's no cameras back there. There's cameras
what?
everywhere else in the gym. So
You're drinking baby blood back there, 100%,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
found it out. You figured it out. That's it.
You know, the
Well-
goblins drinking.
Well, I mean,
blood.
like, people will, in the rooms, people will change, you know? So, like, we can't have cameras in there because people are stripping down the tan and stuff. And then the red light therapy, people like to be, you know, fully buck
Really?
naked as well. So, yeah.
I've never
so,
even heard of red light therapies. This is interesting.
You've never heard of it? It's like,
I don't think so.
It's a dermatological treatment. So, this is what I have to say the little, spiel when I'm
Have you seen Bodies,
selling.
Bodies? Was it what that guy was doing in the gym by himself in that scene?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
So a lot of like bodybuilders have like
Interesting.
recovery chambers that include red light therapy. It's supposed to help with it emits lights through the body to help with cell turnover, so it can help with collagen production in your skin. So if you've ever seen people use like the face mask for skincare, that's what it's for, but you can get the
Gotcha.
light exposed to your whole body. So if you have like stretch marks, and then if you have like joint pain or like muscle soreness after working out, people like to use it after working out for that. So that's the
Is
benefit.
that legit? I'm sorry. Is it
You
like,
know, I don't really know. But
If
the
Juliana doesn't
treatment,
know, then no one knows.
the thing is, like,
you're
we
just getting
use the
blasted with
same.
LEDs.
Yeah,
Just
it's
sit
not.
in
Yeah,
front
yeah.
of
I
a
was gonna
traffic
say.
light, you know?
Yeah, it's like
Oh, this makes me feel so much better.
I know people who use it for skincare. They say it helps like kill bacteria. So like for that's why they use it. And some people I know who use it
Who's
at the gym
noticing
say it helps
killed
with
bacteria in their body?
that. Well, it's like they have less acne. It's like
Oh,
supposed to help with acne.
Okay.
It's supposed to help with
I can see
acne and
that. I can
eczema
see
and
that.
stuff. So like that's what it's for. But I don't know. We use the same bulbs as like the professional dermatology departments
I
use.
thought you were going to say,
so,
we use the same bulbs as like this shit in here. We just put a little red filter on
No,
it.
we just put a filter on it. It's
Imagine
it's
paying
just-
to sit in front of a red light bulb.
yeah, I was gonna say if you do it at like a dermatology office, it's like $200 a treatment. So
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
no
they- and
wonder.
we use
I
the
can go to
same-
Planet Fitness and do it for free
Yeah,
and plug
we
my
use-
pubes.
yeah, we use the same lights. So I'm just like, why would you pay for this? This
Yeah,
is actually insane.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've
That's
got a lot of
shocking.
members who come in and they literally only use like they don't use any of the gym. They don't work out at all. They come in, they just tan, and they
Makes
just
sense.
use the red light therapy, and that's
Makes
it.
sense.
A lot of like middle-aged women. So yeah, they love it for that. It's supposed to help reduce signs of aging. So they think that tanning and then doing that like counteracts the negative effects of tanning, but
Sure.
yeah, I was like, it doesn't prevent like skin damage. It's once you damage it, you damage
Yeah,
it,
you're
you know.
done.
But yeah, it's you know, let them think whatever they
Ah.
want. It's cheaper than a subscription to like Desert Sun. So like,
What the
and our
hell's
bulbs
Desert
are
Sun?
stronger. Tanning.
You mean
like,
the sun?
You mean the sun?
Cheaper than a subscription to the Sun. Yeah, that's probably gonna
Yeah.
be coming
That's
soon.
actually
Which one of
free.
these
I don't know.
executive orders is gonna be that we pay for the fucking Sun?
It's coming.
Good lord.
All of you with melanin, you don't need sun. You don't need it.
Oh my gosh, did you see RFK talking about that at his confirmation hearing? He was like, the blacks don't need vaccines. And everyone's like, whoa, what did he say? It was crazy. Anyway, that's one of a million crazy things that's happened lately, but...
Oh, yes.
It doesn't scratch the surface.
I know, I was like,
doesn't
we
even.
love,
So much.
we love that, man.
That was just one of 6 insane Senate confirmation hearings beside all the shit that President Musk and Trump are doing.
President Musk. Lord Musk.
Yeah, we know who's wearing the pants in this relationship. It's either the Pizza Hut lady. What's malaria?
Oh, Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut? What?
Pizza
Like the
Hut.
Quake-
You know, Pizza
Are you
Hut.
saying
Did
like
you
the
ever see
shape
her
of it?
hat?
I thought you were
Yeah.
saying it looked like a piece of pizza. I was like,
No.
KKK?
That was a
I don't
pizza.
know.
That was a hat.
It looks like the Quaker Oats. Like
Yeah,
that's what it looks like.
the video. It's just crazy how ridiculous American politics is lately. Like did you see the video where he goes in to kiss her and like the brim of the hat puts his lips just like an inch away from her
No,
face?
but she's also like
yeah, she's
turning
like,
away from him.
crazy.
Donald, no. Not now.
No, not here. We don't cry. Oh my god.
I saw that
I
he
love my
signed
void
a.
wife.
I love my disease-named wife. That's not her name, Donald.
He's just like, I'm ending chain migration. I hate chain migration.
Yeah.
And it's like, wait, didn't she fully sponsor like her family to move here? Was it?
All these
it wasn't-
people, they're voting for things that Marco Rubio, his parents were not, I don't think his parents were citizens. He's a citizen because he was born here and his parents were, and he just fucking voted him out. All this shit. I don't fucking understand. It's insane.
Elon, Barron.
Yeah,
Oh,
Elon,
yeah.
a fucking one from South Africa, apartheid, is coming over here as a private citizen, raiding the fucking all the agencies with 19-year-olds who hate Indians and were fired
you
from
saw
other
that?
jobs because they released shit to other competitors. Everyone's okay with it. They're all okay with it. Nazi salutes, that's cool. That's back, apparently.
Not Barack.
I had to cleanse and watch Inglourious Bastards just to like feel okay again. Just to watch
when-
back
when
in the
you
day
said
when,
that-
Glorious Bastards.
Dude, when you
Yeah!
said that, you were like, I don't
watching
even
Nazis
think.
get beat over the head with
Yeah,
bats
yeah.
and shit, it felt
It
so
gave
good.
me like such a big epiphany when you said that. When you were like, I don't think Americans even hate Nazis. I think they just hate
No, they just hated
foreign
foreign-
people.
yeah.
I was
That's
like,
my theory.
wait,
I don't think they ever
you
hated
might be
Nazis.
right.
They hated that foreign people were invading the U.S., the thought of foreign people invading our government. But if it's here, it's not Nazis, it's America. They just love America. And they don't realize the whole thing with the Nazis was they just love Germany. We just love our country. It's just... Dude,
It's patriotism, dude.
I mean, I
What
remember
about
when,
it?
like, when he was running, right, back in, what was that, when he was running back in 2020, and people were like, he's the next Hitler, I was like, that seems kind of like a stretch, even if he's a piece of shit. I mean, it's fully here. It's crazy. Everything, and it's just repeating. History's literally repeating, and nothing is happening. I don't
Did you
understand.
see when he was signing? I don't know what it was recently, like a day or two ago. It was like all these little girls around him.
Yeah!
When he was like, no
No, he
more
was signing-
transgenders in
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
spots. And then like he's like, isn't this such a nice photo? And he's like foaming at the mouth around all these little girls.
all these white girls. Someone tweeted they were like,
Yeah.
guess all the black girls were gone that day.
Yeah.
Crazy. What a...
He's like, you guys are gonna win now. We're evening the playing field for us. And I'm like, what do you care about
What are
women?
you talking about? Well, and there's like 16 of them in professional sports.
I was gonna say it's like less than 1%.
Yeah, it's just a ridiculous amount of effort for like 16 people. Wild.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He's like,
yeah.
we did it, ladies. Victory for us girls. Slay.
Considering he's the draggiest of drag queens in that room at the moment. He's just like, we like people being natural. All right, bud. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, there's no happiness there. It's just been... And Nick, I'm so sorry for all the stuff you guys have had to fucking put up with.
Yeah, I mean...
You
you
don't
gonna
have
do?
to talk about that, and we can cut out anything you wanted to say, but I just...
No. It's just, it's...
Nick's like, you mean my
inconvenient
pipes?
No, not the pipes. Jesus. I can't talk about that because there's a lawsuit now, but...
Yeah. Everybody's...
Yeah, no,
suing
I'm just
people.
saying, it's sad that, like, we have to plan our day in, like, accordance to if, ICE is out or not. Not that we're illegal, but it's just, like,
Yeah, it doesn't
a
matter in
of
this
being
particular
safe.
climate. People are just getting...
I mean,
Native
there's
Americans are
videos-
getting fucking scooped up by ICE, go back to their fucking homeland. Crazy.
Yeah,
Ugh.
dude, it's nuts. I mean, there's videos of, like, ICE officers breaking, like, car windows just to get people. It's crazy,
Yeah.
so...
And like people like I forget which politician went on the news, and he was like, "I hate that everyone's so educated about their rights because we just can't seem to scoop people up." And they're like,
the head guy. That's the main.
Yeah, what's his name? That bald. Well, they're all fucking bald and white. I don't know.
Why do you think
he has like a name like the Tsar of something, and it's like what?
Czar?
Yeah, no, and I'm
fentanyl
like,
czar?
who gave him that name? What?
Fentanyl czar. Like, why do you think they don't teach you about your rights in school? Like, they never do
no.
intentionally, so that's easier to take them away.
Did
That's
you hear
not
that, like,
even an
and they're talking,
exaggeration.
and whenever they bring up like there are already schools that like in bringing up like the Holocaust in their units, they have to be like, well, allegedly this happened. It's like
The denial. The denial.
This denial is crazy, dog.
just completely rewriting history and scrubbing federal texts of like gay terms and other stuff like that.
Well, not only that, like on the presidential website now it's just LGB. Like they got rid of the T in it. It's just, dude. It's just,
Oh my gosh,
It goes
the
on
erasure.
and on.
yes,
They
dude.
are
It's so
flooding the
dumb,
zone.
dog. Everything is so stupid.
Everything
I hate
it's
it.
only been like week 2, and it's like, and everyone's like, you know, like
Renaming Denali. Like, that was an important top
Yeah.
priority for you, right?
Gulf of fucking Mexico, a bunch of dipshits. If I have to, oh my gosh, the tariffs have been driving me fucking insane this week. All these
They're gonna
fucking
pay it. They're gonna pay it, not us.
dumb ass people.
Uh-huh.
Considering I literally work at a job.
Yeah.
What's made my job miserable for 2 or 3 weeks now is the tariffs are making everything hugely expensive. It is ruining everything. And I work in an industry that will affect everything that everyone listening to this buys. Like, it's crazy on every level how much this is. And literally the conversations of how many times we've talked about this will get passed down to the customer. Where no one's going to be taking any of this because we can't. It's too big. 25%. There's no sharing of anything. That's going directly to you guys. All these
It's
fucking dumbass
patriotic
people that
to
voted
pay
for it.
more.
Yeah, now they're trying to convince
Yeah,
people it's
that's-
fucking
that's the
patriotic to pay
argument.
more. Why can't these
After
people
that
just
was
die?
their
Yeah.
main justification for being like, we need groceries lowered. We
Yeah,
need
so-
them.
So
Dude,
clearly
that's
it's
so
like
dumb. The
it was never
grocery thing
about
is
the
so
young.
stupid. Really quick, I remember Trump's whole campaign is like, the first week, groceries are gonna be cheaper the first week. And then like his first day off, or not even, it was like a day like right before he
Yeah,
was
he's
like,
like, well, this takes time, and I'm starting
no,
making
he said like, well, it's
expensive.
very hard to bring the prices down.
Yeah.
Like he's already like, dog, that was.
What I don't get is so many
played.
people use that as the justification, like
Yeah.
as the whole reason to vote
Cheaper
for him. Like,
eggs.
people who voted for Hillary initially, which is like the biggest shock to me, were like, I just can't afford these groceries. I have to vote for Trump. And then I'm like,
Such a
uh-oh.
weird justification.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
uh-oh.
I just want a cheap omelet.
Looks like it backfired.
That's your concern right now.
This is promoting just egg. That's what I use because I can't have eggs. Just egg, even though it has the word "just egg" in it,
That
it's
is
not eggs.
egg. What
I've
Yeah,
is
it's
never
made out
heard
of
of this
mung
before.
bean paste. It's got a good amount of protein. It tastes like egg. It does.
It tastes like mung bean
It tastes
paste.
like eggs. It looks like eggs. I've sent
kidding,
you a
I'm kidding.
picture of my frittatas I make with it. Right?
That's
They
true.
look good.
All right,
I'm
it's
messing
stuff
with
you
you.
make does look delicious, except for when it's like a fucking can of soup and all that.
I just like the term mung bean paste. That's all.
Mung bean.
Mung bean paste is the worst collection of words for food I've ever heard.
Yeah, but it's only like $8 a carton, so it's pretty good.
A carton.
Okay.
Yeah, like it comes in like you get it in like liquid form. It's like
Of course you
like
do, because that's the most disgusting form of mung bean.
Well, they sell
paste.
like egg whites in like liquid form. Too.
Yeah,
I've
that's
seen
what
that
it's like,
before.
right? That's what it's
Fine,
like. So you
defend
can make
mung
like
bean.
Yeah,
scrambles
liberal,
with it,
no.
omelets with it.
Look, I voted
good.
for Trump to get rid of mung bean paste. Okay, all you woke people.
No,
bring it back.
sponsor us Just Egg. I like Just Egg, please.
Please sponsor
no,
us,
no.
Just Egg.
Yeah, it's good. I like Just Egg. It's I think it's like 13 servings.
You
per-
like mung beans, is what you like.
I do. I'm a bean fan.
Some would say a beet. I can't say that joke.
Oh, whoa, yeah, not now.
In this
I
climate.
can say it.
I'm kidding. Yeah, you mean now?
Trump
now I
agrees
can
with you
say
and then
it.
deports you. Yeah, crazy.
Lively gets deported. No, wait.
Gotta be honest. Out of all three of us, if she was the one that got deported first, I might laugh a little bit for a second, and then I would be extremely concerned.
I'd be so sad.
Come on, if I was the
it'd
one
be her.
deported out of the three of
course.
us, that would be kind of funny for a second.
They're like,
You
what's
gotta
your
admit.
what's your social media handle?
Trump sees me with this shirt in Spanish, and he's like, "This Spanish guy needs to go. Get rid of him. Oh my gosh, that'd be so funny.
I don't care how white he looks.
The next podcast you just see me, it's just like I'm clearly in like South Mexico, just like
The Breaking Bad filter.
It's been terrible.
Bienvenidos, amigos.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible. All the pardoned January 6ers and
have you heard about that?
Yeah, that like 3 of them are dead and 4 of them are arrested on child porn charges already.
Yeah, they're all going down. It's like Final Destination, but with like crazy lawsuits.
Yeah, good. That would be a crazy
That's
movie
actually
someday.
kinda
Is
funny.
that like people like if this was all like a coordinated thing against the January 6th, that'd be so funny.
There was one. So Trump would like his whole big argument with like Mexicans at least is like they're bringing in so many drugs, but one of the guys he pardoned brought in millions of dollars worth of heroin or
Yeah.
what was it?
Yeah, he
It
just
was
doesn't
some drug.
give a shit.
I forgot what
it was. Fentanyl, I think.
Or great, awesome.
The
We need more of
Fent
that. We need more of that.
czar. Of course we do.
I need vent.
The president of Mexico seems like a pretty smart person. Got on and was talking about basically just that like that America creates the drug crisis, but then they also can't get the drugs here, so like they're just like forcing this to happen basically, and they're doing all that they can do. But if it's coming in, it's a problem with our people, not theirs. They're not doing.
We create the supply and demand, but we can't meet it. Oh,
If I have to hear one more old person talk about how Trump's a good negotiator with the tariffs and deporting people, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. I swear.
Are you like the recent agreement was already put in place by Biden?
Yeah.
It's so dumb that they're like
Weeks
I'd
ago,
rather win
he
for
just
Trump.
offered
It's
the
like,
same shit. The guy
Yeah, it's the
Trudeau
same-
offered the
it's- yeah,
same plan
it's
that
the
they
same
offered
thing.
3 weeks ago. And
No
literally,
one
the TikTok
acknowledges
I
that.
saw where he was like talking to Trump, and he was like, "We have to name our guy the fentanyl czar." Okay, Jerry, you're the fentanyl czar now. Okay, done. Great. He fucking lifted the tariff. Like it's the stupidest series of events. And then Trump gets on Truth, whatever, and he's like, "We won. They bent the knee." They did the same shit they did 3 fucking weeks
Speaking
ago.
of crazy crash outs on social media, are you guys
Planes?
keeping up with Kanye?
Oh,
Daniel, did you just say plain?
yeah, because that's
you
what
see
else,
what's-
that's what else is going on.
Did you see what was going on when he's tweeting out?
No,
No,
what
what's
is
he currently
about Hitler? Is it
tweeting?
about Hitler? I swear to God, if it's about Hitler.
Oh, it's bad, dude. It is so bad. All the comments are like, we can't keep saying he made graduation. Like, dude,
We can't keep defending this man.
We have been defending him for a long fucking time.
Dude, my brother loves him, but he does not love him as a person. As
Yeah,
a
I know.
musician, he's a big fan of his music.
I'm not a
but
Kanye West fan by any means, but he does have some bangers. I'm not gonna lie to you.
My brother
I
loves
do-
that man. And except this last one, he was like, it was a stink fest. So
Which one?
unfortunately, I can't even. What was
The one with his
most
wife on the
recent?
cover, or was it?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the one I heard about was she was like, did you see at the Grammys the
Yeah,
what's
she's
his
Oh.
name? What's her name
One-
came out fucking buck naked apparently.
Yeah.
Fuck, Nick.
The naked dress.
She did.
I just like that term.
Took off her coat. It's his wife, buck naked. That's her name.
That's her name, Buck.
Let me look up his tweets because I don't want to misquote
Kanye's
him.
wife.
I don't want
Buck.
to I want to take this out of context.
Yeah, of course not. But I'm pretty sure at one point he called
His
himself a
wife,
Nazi.
Bianca. Oh, he called himself. Huh.
Hey, not
Keep talking in the
surprising.
meantime.
Yeah,
Dude, it's crazy that Elon Musk doing a Nazi salute is old news at this point. That's wild to me. I can't believe that everyone was defending that. It would have not meant anything if conservatives were just like, hey, that was not cool, but we still like him a lot. No, they just full on were like, hey, it's fine. And
Yeah,
really
that's
quick,
the thing. People weren't even like denying it and being like, "That's not what he meant." They said that
yeah,
like the
people were
first
doing
few
it
hours
online
after it
with
happened.
him. Did you see all like the fucking white ass dumb people that were like, this is what he did?
Like that fake priest
And
guy or whatever.
no, he hit his chest so hard that it fucking flinched his nerve in his jaw. He put his whole heart into that shit. Crazy. And then he did it as like one time in your brain when you saw it for the first time, you were like, I could see people trying to think that was something else. He does it from another angle, just to displace any fears that he like did it the wrong way.
Yeah, he did it twice.
Did it twice, and everyone's okay with it.
So his little spiel started at 11 p.m. yesterday. I just went on Twitter, or X, sorry.
Sorry,
and
Elon.
59 seconds ago, he's still tweeting. He's still going. He's
He's
59
still tweeting
seconds?
currently.
yeah.
Live tweeting.
An hour
live
ago.
tweeting a manic episode.
An hour ago, he tweeted out, "Easy does not hire fat or ugly people."
No.
That's
My sales
crazy.
doubled since last night. Damn, the world must be racist like me with laughing emojis.
Wait, what doubled since last night?
He's
His
like, we're
sales.
winning.
His sales?
Yeah, easy.
Oh, I thought you said bike sales increased.
his
I was like,
sales.
what does that have to do with being racist? I love
My
the bike.
sales, my bad. Yeah, no, he's just there. It's just
Wow.
there's
No, I
just
did
so
not hear
much.
about
There is
this.
just so much. Some are getting hidden by like Twitter.
Hidden
for
by
hate
Elon.
speech.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
the
even
guy that
like
did
Elon's
Nazi
like,
salutes was like, this is a
"Whoa,
little
dude,
much.
whoa."
All right. That's
5 hours
wild.
ago, he tweeted out, "I'm God." Yeah, no, there's so many. They won't even load anymore. It's just I don't know
it's-
what's going on, dude. But
The
like,
whole Kanye thing is
tangent.
crazy, and I was just never. I didn't listen to any music really growing up, as you know. So like I never fully got it. Why people defended him for so long. And I mean, I forget when this thing came out, 2 years ago. But have you seen? There's like a 3-part. Oh my gosh, I'm looking at your phone right now.
so much,
It's
dude.
crazy. It's some. Did you ever see that Is it a 3-part documentary on Netflix?
Oh,
by, like,
I never watched it. I heard it was good.
It
About
was
who?
very interesting because I guess he had like a friend like when he was really young that just like knew. Like, can you imagine like meeting someone and knowing that they're gonna be so famous one day that you can go around filming their life and it's gonna be big someday? You know, what a crazy feeling. You know. But anyway,
They just have the star power.
yeah,
They've
so
got
I mean,
that.
basically, he
je ne
walked
sais quoi.
around and filmed them for years of his life, and like starting from really young. And he put together a bunch of archive footage and stuff, and it was just very interesting to see like the spiral of him. That basically his mom was like the only thing like holding him together, and then as soon as she died, that's when he went like off the fucking rails, and he just hasn't been the same since then.
Thunder.
No excuses or anything, but it was just I can understand why people championed him when he was younger. Because it was a crazy story and the stuff that he did, but it's just, you know, real life is crazier than fiction. It's
Yeah,
just-
unfortunately, I like his music. Feels bad, but
unfortunately, I play it all the time. I can't stop.
that was my first like concert. That was
Really? You went
Yeah,
to a Kanye
like-
concert?
Yeah, I never told you that.
I don't
That was
think
like
I
my
ever heard it.
first like. Yeah, it was my first concert. I'd never gone to like anything bigger than like a church concert type thing
Yeah,
or
yeah.
anything like that.
then
But
went from that to Kanye.
yeah, he's a Christian, dude. What do you mean?
Oh yeah, he did have that Jesus is King album. You're right.
That was the one that I was gonna say he.
Oh,
that-
that's
it
the
was-
one you went to?
That wasn't the one I
So,
went to, but
you thought
but
it was a
he
church
had all of
camp
this.
concert, and it
No,
wasn't.
the one we went to was, I think it was the Life of Pablo, but there's like religious symbolism in a lot
Yeah,
of
of course.
this like set pieces and everything, and
I can't
it
believe
was
you
like,
saw him live. That's crazy.
and it was like, oh, and he's just like he's like ascending, you know, like yeah, he was. It was like a beam of
I ain't
light.
doing this with no wires. This is real. Everyone's like, oh.
It was like a great production value. It was a great show.
Oh, for sure, I
But
believe
it was
it.
the one where it was right before he went into when he had like his initial mental breakdown and he had to go into the what was it? They sent him away
Yeah, I know
to
what you mean, but I
yeah, I don't want to say insane asylum. That's
No,
not
I know
the word
what
I'm
you mean, I know
looking
what
for. That's,
institutionalized.
yeah, he did. Yeah,
Criminally
he-
insane. Arkham. Yeah, they sent him to Arkham.
yeah, but it was right it was the like last show that he performed on that tour because he was like losing it, like he was mentally not stable, and it was very evident.
Wait, that
like,
was
his
your
show-
concert? It was the last one?
His show was going great, and then randomly it was like beep 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 beep.
He
beep,
had
beep, beep,
he
and he's
had
like,
his
"Cut the
mental
track."
breakdown during your concert.
Yes.
That's
and so
crazy.
they were playing. They
You
were
got to see
playing.
his breakdown live?
Yeah, they were playing Fellas in Paris, and the intro
Playing
was
what
going
Paris?
off.
That's not the name of the
And-
song, Lively.
And,
I've never heard that song before.
and
not
he's like,
popping up.
yo, cut the track, and he just like goes on this tangent. He's just ranting. This is one of his first like public like rants ever.
You got to
And-
see it live?
Yes.
That's crazy.
And-
How I've never heard
and
that.
the crowd was going crazy after. Like they were like it was silent for a second,
Maybe
and then
he
it was
is
like
God.
a roar of screaming. Yeah, everybody was like, yeah.
What did he
yeah,
say
it was just dead.
at his first
So
one?
they basically it was like they were playing that song, and before he even got to start it, he was like, "Wait, cut the track," and he's like, "Fuck Jay-Z." right? And he's just like going on the big rant about Jay-Z being a fake friend, hates Jay-Z. He's like, you know who was in Paris? My wife was in Paris. She just got fucking robbed. And Jay-Z didn't call us once and he didn't ask how we were doing. And I'm always there for fucking Jay-Z, but is Jay-Z there for me? Fuck this guy. He's just trying to profit off of me. And everyone was like,
Amen.
everyone's like, oh shit. Oh,
But also,
shit.
Jay-Z is also not a good guy.
Yeah, it's Jay-Z's
Yeah.
the one that's getting sued because he raped people along with, what's his name? Diddy.
The diddler.
Well, not only
And
that,
he was
but,
at the
whole-
Grammys! And Chris Brown won a fucking Grammy! What is going on in the industry, by the way? Bunch
Not
of
only
fucking
that, but-
cowards
Chris
sitting in the
Brown won-
audience.
Chris Brown won a Grammy?
Yeah, didn't
Yeah,
he?
he won a Grammy. Yeah. No, he
Fucking
did.
ridiculous. What kind of age are we living in? All these dumbass fucking rich people acting like they're doing shit. And they're
I didn't
sitting
even
around with
know
all
Chris
these
Brown was
idiots.
putting out anything.
No one does.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
Who's bumping Chris Brown? Like, outside of like those
Drake
ladies that
fans?
are paying like thousands of dollars for the meet and
To-
greets, like,
yeah, I was just gonna say who like get like the like strip teases from
yeah,
him
they're getting
basically.
groped by him.
Yeah.
I love paying to get groped by Chris Brown.
What was I gonna tell you? No, like when that news broke out that like there was like a child rape thing with Jay-Z.
Yeah.
He went to like the Mufasa premiere like that same day, and people were like,
Which
Jay-Z
Why
did?
is-
Or Kanye?
"No, Jay-Z." And people
I'm
were
celebrating
like,
with Mufasa.
"Why?" No, everyone's like, "Why is he here?" Like it's a Disney premiere. What is going on, dog?
You're like,
Really
yeah,
bizarre.
PR team was like, go, 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 go.
Absolutely.
chill,
deny.
chill.
Absolutely crazy that all those people were just there, just chilling. That's like Weinstein's just showing up and everyone just continuing their fucking night. I don't understand it. Everyone's just quiet for no reason. I was telling her we have a bet going for the Super Bowl
Money.
tomorrow because I want Kendrick to sing "Fuck Donald Trump" with what's his name. That would be fucking amazing. That would just
Super
start
Bowl is
healing
this
America.
weekend? I
Yeah,
forgot already.
and Trump's gonna be there. And Kendrick's doing halftime. The only part I'm gonna fucking watch that stupid game.
This is one of the years I haven't cared about football. Like I wanted the Bills to win because John is a big Bills fan.
Yeah.
They fucking
John- oh,
choked
yeah.
right before. Yeah, the game prior to the Super Bowl, they lost that one
Yeah.
to the fucking Chiefs. Man, the stupid Taylor Swift voodoo magic paying off the refs.
What's Seattle's football team again? I forget. Seahawks. Yeah.
Yeah, the Seahawks suck this year.
Oh my gosh, I'm so
These
stupid. You're wearing it. Oh,
motherfuckers-
good lord, I
These
couldn't even see it.
motherfuckers, they suck.
Seattle
They were
Eagles.
great. Yeah, they're a bird. The same difference. Yeah. Yeah, no, they sucked this year. But there was a Bills fan who came in the other day at the gym. It was like we had just opened. It's like 6:30 a.m. I'm the only one in there. I just finished some cleaning, and then this guy like he walks in, and I'm like, "Oh, go Bills!" Because he had a Bills like beanie on because it was like cold out, and he's like, what do you mean? And I was like, they're playing.
Who are these
I was
Bills
like,
that you speak
yeah,
of?
I was like, they're playing today, you know, like go Bills, they're playing today. And he's
The
like, why
Chiefs
do
like
you
Buffalo?
care?
Buffaloes.
Buffalo
I just
Bill?
like buffaloes. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I like buffaloes. They're a really cool animal, very majestic. And he's like,
Dude, get off my back.
he's fully like gatekeeping this team. Like he's like, why do you care? Why do you care? And I'm like,
God.
oh, and I was like,
All
oh,
right.
that's my brother's favorite team. And then he's like, well, why? Why? Is he from there? And I'm like,
Oh my
no,
Actually,
no,
sir,
but
kill yourself.
yeah, I was gonna say he had a friend move there, and then he's just kind of into it now, you know, and like he just likes the team, and Josh Allen's really good, and like you know, I'm talking about all this stuff, and he's like, well, I've been a fan for all these years, so you already know if you're a real fan, you already know they're probably not gonna win, and I'm like, well, you don't have to say that, you can stay optimistic
All right,
about
dude.
it, you know, like go Bills, right? And then he's like, no,
what a
no,
fucking
if you know
asshole.
the history, they're terrible, and then
He's
I was like.
miserable, dude.
And you like
Yeah,
the
I was
Bills? You're a fucking
Yeah,
piece
I
of
was like,
shit. Let me tell you.
average
You're like,
Bills fan. I was like, Jesus. Yeah, and then he's like,
Nicest
well,
Bills fan.
yeah, he's like, I'm
Nicest
from
Bills fan.
Rochester, you know, and I know how it is up there, right? And then like he's like, oh, people are freaking out about the snow here. You should see the snow where I was from when the water would come off Lake Ontario. There'd be snow so high, every single intersection was a four-way stop because every stop sign was covered with snow. So high. You couldn't see the stop sign. That's how much snow there was. And I was like, oh, that sounds like a terrible
You were
fucking
driving
place
tunnels
to
through
live.
12 feet of snow in Rochester.
Yeah, I'm like, that sounds like a fucking horrible existence, but okay. No wonder why you guys are so miserable. But basically, he was working out for probably like 6-7 minutes. I was on the floor, like, cleaning the front of a treadmill.
7
And he
minutes.
came up to me, And he's like, hey, do you happen to have a lost and found? You guys have a lost and found in here? And I'm like, oh yeah, we do. It's right behind the
Bill's
desk.
shirt.
No, he was like, I was like, yeah, I can go to the front and grab it for you. Is there anything in particular you're looking for? And he's like, yeah, I lost my will to be here. I'm heading out. And then just left. Literally 7 minutes after
he
we
just
opened.
gave you a fucking pun? He didn't even what a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
You lost and found for my will to live. Okay, I'm out of here.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
That was it. I was like, have a good one.
All right.
That's wild.
And then
wasn't
the
the
Bills
Buffalo Bills
lost.
the team that had a live buffalo on the field before each game?
Probably.
I think
Back
it was
in the
them.
day,
And
maybe.
then the buffalo fucking trampled some people and got wild, so they stopped doing it.
Wild Bills.
Yeah. Who could have ever imagined that running the buffalo on the field would ever backfire? But anyway,
You tell me the Lions don't have a live lion just in chains on their
Just
field?
slaughtering people.
Yeah.
did you see that? Was it the Kansas City Chiefs, or is it just I don't know if it's for the Super Bowl tomorrow? People were saying that in the end zone where it used to have end racism, that they mowed the lawn and changed it to like, we all have races and shit. Like, everyone's like, what the fuck is
What?
this?
There's no way they changed that.
They
That's-
changed it to like all lives matter. Basically, it was just like, what a thing to do. All right, Kendrick is the last hope we have. If anyone's standing up to Trump, please, for the love of God.
Would he? I feel like
I
he
don't know.
won't.
She doesn't think so. I'm hoping so.
Yeah,
I
I
hope to
was like-
God. I will. Please.
He's living high off of his Grammy sweep. He doesn't want to get political right now. He's
I'm gonna be real with you. I cannot find any record of a live buffalo being on the field. Sorry, I've been looking
That's
that
what
up.
you're looking up. No,
past 2
it
minutes.
was no. It was on Animal Planet when I was a kid. So some
Source.
football team
Source.
did a fucking buffalo. If you were a real Buffalo
Fact
Bills
check.
fan, you
Trust
know
me,
it.
bro. Trust me, bro.
fact check.
It's stupid anyway. No, but like,
Fact checked by a true American patriot.
there's gonna be no more facts here at some point once the Nazis scrub all our fucking history. Crazy.
Jesus.
There
Well,
it
that's
is.
what's going on. They're scrubbing all our fucking history and all the fucking government agencies. USAID's gone. Let's just fucking, because they're giving $9 gazillion fucking dollars to condoms of gay people in Africa or whatever Trump makes up to people. It's just insane the shit they buy. It's crazy.
Dude,
Jon
the making
Stewart-
up stuff is so funny to me
It's
though. Like when there
ridiculous,
was like
'cause
the
people believe it.
fires in LA, he's like,
Yeah.
oh, you
DI.
know, those smelt.
Oh.
If they didn't waste all that money on all those endangered fish, everything would be okay. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, he
He's like-
literally
he's
made
like-
that shit up.
He's like, literally, just turn the tap on. Just turn the water
Have
back
they tried
on.
turning the water on? No, because they're woke and gay. They don't think of this stuff. Crazy. John-
Common sense. Duh. Ever heard of it?
I've been living off of Jon Stewart clips over the last several weeks, where like everyone's like, "How are they doing all this?" And he's like, "Wow, it's almost like they had a plan, like
plan?
a
It's like there was a name
2025
for it.
like like plan laid out beforehand that they're following to the letter. It's almost like they just did this." And he goes on too, because he's like, this just looks like Democrats are even worse, because it's like when they were in charge, they were like, well, we want to help out, we just can't do anything. And now it's like all these guys are just, all they're fucking doing is just like going to this, going to that. And he's like, tell people like a specific plan of what you would do with this power, and then when they vote you in, fucking do it. And then they'll vote for you next time. And I'm like, this is exactly right. I'm tired of all these fucking Democratic congressmen getting on TikTok and being like, have you seen this shit? This is crazy. It's like, yeah, we know. That's why we fucking voted you in, so you do shit about it. All they fucking do is talk into a microphone like this. This is a disaster, guys. And it's like, that isn't fucking doing anything. Wild. We're doomed. Anyway.
Aw, he's
Yeah,
so
look!
optimistic.
She found the buffalo! It's trampling a guy right now! This is a live picture.
What is that, dude?
That's at a professional football game? Are you sure that's not like
Colorado.
the Colorado?
Colorado.
The college?
Yeah, it's okay, college football. Whatever.
Okay.
Sorry, I confused
Okay.
college and NFL.
I did know
Bro,
that
the Buffalo
Colorado
Bills
had
had a live
a, had
buffalo,
a
I swear, guys.
I was gonna say, I did know Colorado had a buffalo as their
And you just let me
mascot.
out. You just let me hang out there to dry.
I didn't know they brought it out on the field. No, I didn't know that.
5 minutes ago, you were like, no one's.
Misinformation.
I've never heard of this before ever.
Okay, I know the Bills have a
I
buffalo.
I saw it on Animal Planet, I swear.
It's clearly like an AI image, like the buffalo like stands up on
A
two legs and starts
CGI,
punching
like-
people.
Yeah, the
I'm like,
really
look,
bad
it's doing it.
AI where it was like friggin' Ariana Grande
Dude,
and like the
Marjorie
dresses.
Taylor Greene holding up the AI image of fucking Elon Musk like years ago, being like, look, this stuff existed years ago, like clearly an AI image. Did you see that? She printed it on fucking like styrofoam paper or whatever it's called, like poster board, and was like, look guys, and everyone's like,
Styrofoam paper? What?
what do you call that? You know what I mean? Like poster board.
Poster
What is the
board.
thick
You said
paper? What is it?
Like when
said it.
it
You
was
got it
like
right.
Okay.
the Fauci like hearing and she just like printed out random like memes or whatever and she's like, so clearly he's like killing people, right? And I was like, did she just like
She-
find
There are
memes online
literally.
and print them out?
There's so many Congress people that I feel like are not actually that way. They're dumb because they play to their audience that way. I think she's specifically stupid. Like I think she's just
100%.
fucking dumb.
I love that video where she's yelling at Biden and he looks at her and he's like, he does that face. That's my favorite video, dude. Yeah,
I
no,
would too.
my mom got like a weird Instagram ad saying like you got to stop buying meat because they're putting vaccines in like meat, and I'm like, what?
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 Crazy enough, they put hormones in your meat.
I know.
Whoa!
Growing
Crazy.
boobies.
Crazy. Yeah, the stuff we eat is actually terrible for us half the time, but
Wild.
why would I was gonna say why would they care? They never cared before.
No.
All of a sudden you have the word vaccine in your food. You're like,
It is crazy. I hate thinking vaccines are causing autism is like back in again too. That's crazy. That RFK could sit in front of people while they're playing clips of him saying like, "Oh, vaccines are evil," and he's like, "I never said that actually." Like crazy.
he literally said it like a week
He
prior.
literally
That's
said it like
actually
a
very
week.
funny.
Actually insane. And there are
He said like
clips of
black and Chinese people don't. What was it? Like,
they're
something
too
about, like,
strong.
they
They don't need help because
don't
it's just
need-
in their genes that they fucking don't need help.
Wait, that was his
What is
logic.
going on?
That was his
What?
logic. And that's the logic. That's why the maternal death rate for like black women is so high, isn't it? Because all the doctors are like, she can take it. She doesn't need all the help and pain and medicine. She can just take it. She's just being a wuss. And then people just fucking die. It's just somehow ingrained in all these racist white doctors' heads that like,
Their pain's not
crazy.
real.
Yeah,
They're
no,
not
their pain's
humans.
not real. No. Oh my gosh, crazy. Missouri put abortion on the ballot for the people to vote on it, and people voted to keep it, to enshrine the right, and they're still passing a law right now through Congress to take it away, even though it was on the ballot and people voted for it. One of many things. Yeah, Missouri's Missouri's fun.
They also got rid of Social Security. So like that is
Yeah.
like all the sites
Oh,
are
yeah,
down now. There's a
They're
lady.
like we're gonna cut taxes and we're gonna save money, and it's like, yeah, we're just gonna take it from Social Security and like infrastructure, stuff that doesn't
alright.
matter.
I really don't understand the level of uneducation. Like that, Tesla made over $2 billion last year, paid zero in federal taxes. Where do you think the lack of taxes is coming from exactly? You think it's because your neighbor isn't paying enough on their fucking eggs or isn't submitting shit to TurboTax? Like, what? How did they convince people that common people are the enemy? I don't get it.
I just got a
Wild.
thing in the mail today where they're like, we're going to be taxing your water, so your water bills will be going up now. Sorry that you didn't get a say in this. And then it's just like photos of smiling children like playing in the hoses and stuff. And I'm like, no, thank
That's
you.
what Illinois. That's what the Midwest. What's the Midwest Power Group? It starts with an A. What is it?
Assholes.
Eh. I forget, but they sent us a letter and they were like, "Well, we voted. You weren't there, but we're raising prices." So, and I was like,
We?
"Hey,
I don't know about you guys.
crazy." Trump's gonna make fucking Gaza a golf course. Oh, I just keep remembering things that have been happening over the last 5 weeks. He is. He's gonna develop into fucking land, and all the conservatives are like, "Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Just move all the people out of there. That's not."
Wait, like
That
golf.
reminds me of this conversation I had when I was like 18 with this guy. He was a Nazi, mind you. For context, he was literally a Nazi.
Is it the guy that we know of that
Yeah.
you talked to? Okay,
Yep,
good to know.
it is
The
that
ugly
individual.
ass.
We were
Any
in the middle of
ugly-looking
Cheesecake
white
Factory.
dude that you can think of saluting Hitler. That's what this guy looks like. Anyway,
We were in the middle of Cheesecake Factory, my friend group, and we were just chatting. They were talking about philosophical debates. They were bringing up like the train track, like flip switch thing, and we're making up scenarios for that. And he just randomly interrupts it, and he's like, "Why don't we just like take the land from Africa?" like in the middle of this conversation, and everyone's like, "What?" And then he's like, "They're clearly not using it. They're clearly not using it correctly. They don't know how to like do
What
stuff
are they using it for?
properly."
Lions? We'll just take it.
Yeah, basically, he's like,
Fucking white
clearly
people.
they're misusing all of that vital land, all those resources, and we're like, what are you talking about? Like fucking desert areas where you can't grow things? Because he's like, they don't know, they're misusing everything, and then we're like, okay, yeah, maybe there's a lot of like just empty land, but like, what are your intentions for that land, right? Well, what do you think they're doing that would indicate that they're misusing it? And he's like, they're just like not growing crops on it. You could grow crops and that would make stuff so much better for like the food resources. And all of us are just like, we're talking about desert. We're talking about desert. Do
You
think
ain't
people have
growing
not
corn
tried?
in your sand?
Yeah,
Dumbass.
yeah. This was a real conversation, and he's yelling about it in Cheesecake Factory, and it's like, the Africans don't know shit, and we're like, oh my gosh,
Yo,
bro.
chill.
We're like, bro, shut up. Yeah. Craziest plot twist: the Nazi ended up dating a trans girl. That was the biggest.
Doesn't that? I feel like that's more common
That-
than not. I feel like I've seen that.
It's the
pipeline
repressed
so
hatred for
much.
people.
That pipeline is insane to me.
Yes,
That's
yes.
insane. I don't understand how
They
you
speak
can
all
be.
this hatred, and then they're like, "Oh,
Yeah. No, have you seen all the stories
Yeah,
about
no,
all
no.
these conservative writers and staffers that are writing articles raging against how LGBT is a bunch of groomers and they've all gotten arrested for child molestation?
Yep.
There was a post where I forgot who said it. I think I brought this up on the podcast before. There was some
None of this is funny,
congressman
but yeah,
who
anyway.
was like, no, he put out a tweet saying like, "Oh, all the people dying in like the floods or the hurricanes, I don't know what it was." He's like, "They're all gay people, and that's why all their houses are getting destroyed." And then like a day or two later, his house got destroyed. Something I forgot what it was. It was either a hurricane or a flood, but his house got destroyed, and everyone's like,
The next day he tweets out,
He says, if your
I'm
house
gay.
gets destroyed, you're gay. And then his house gets
I'm coming out.
Well, that's even like more common. There is a story about like I think it was in Alabama. I'm not
The
entirely sure.
self-hatred, like,
There was a congressman who was like,
internalized homophobia.
yeah, no, he was always preying on like these gay people, just always like just attacking them and all this stuff. And then someone found his Reddit account where he's wearing his wife's clothing and like he's putting on makeup and wearing wigs, and it's like,
He's just cross-dressing for fun.
and so people like called him out and he killed himself. It's crazy. Like,
Oh
it's like,
my
yeah,
gosh!
dude, it's still like you can look it up. It's crazy, and it's like,
That's-
dog.
That's a terrible story.
Anyway,
Yeah,
thanks for
sad.
joining us this episode.
Oh
Let's
yeah,
go to
for sure.
Patreon notes.
Oh, okay.
Or we never hit comments. If you comment on Spotify for us,
We will read it.
We will not
read
read
it.
them.
Not till the end, apparently.
Yeah, I was
Do we
gonna
have
say, we will
comments?
say we will, and then we won't.
First comment here. Yes, Daniel is a great expectations enjoyer. You have no idea how much this means to me. It always is so great to see a fellow great expectations enjoyer. There are so few of us. I hate to break this to you. I don't remember anything about that book. I remember I enjoyed reading it. I didn't hate it. I remember enjoying it, but I don't remember what it's about.
Wait, which book? Oh my
The
god, I wasn't
it was like a
paying
really
attention.
pale girl and her controlling mother or something.
Oh yeah, Carrie.
That's what it was called.
Coraline.
True.
You being yourself is funny to watch because it's like I'm watching myself. Also, what the heck? What? A thick guy and a woman. Welcome back, Nick and Juliana. Also, Daniel, your first pet wasn't Jinx.
thick
It was
guy.
your brother. I've got 5 of them too. Love the
Okay.
podcast. See you on Patreon soon.
Is,
Well-
is it because it's Thicky Nicky?
I'm just a thick
That
guy,
makes
dude.
sense. Are you calling him fat?
I know, right?
I love how I asked Nick one day. I was like, "What's the story behind that?" And he's like, "'Cause I'm fat and my name's Nick."
I said that on like a what's
Yeah.
it called, a Jackbox
And no one
meeting,
laughed.
and no one laughed. Everyone's like,
Except me,
That-
obviously. I
that
howled like a
reminds
hyena,
me-
but
my brother was at like a study group session when he was in Central. They get a lot of snow over there, that part of Washington. And one of the kids was talking about how they're like, "Oh, we're supposed to get 6 inches tonight, right?" And my brother's like, "That's not the only thing getting 6 inches." And nobody reacted, nobody laughed, and he was like, in that moment, I wanted to literally end it.
my brother literally just texted me a picture and all with no caption. The picture is just Kanye West tweeting the Jews wrote Martin Luther King's speech, "Happy Black History Month."
Yeah, I was gonna say
told you,
I was
he's
distracted
going
by
off, I'm
Nick
telling you.
showing the tweets.
Dude,
"There's so
oh my
many. Go look at
gosh.
them. It's crazy."
Next comment on Spotify. Not the fucking Daft Punk reference the one time Nick isn't here. Also, congrats on being officially insane, Daniel. There's no one there. You're just talking to yourself. Yeah, I don't know if you guys listened to the last episode, but yeah, I did a beginning and the end by myself, so that was a weird... I just started ranting about the state of things. I just started fucking going off, and I was like, "Oh, this is what happens." When
you're like, "Okay, silence. Sorry."
It's okay, go off, King.
Nick says, watching the video for this one really made me think that Daniel lost it because there was no one there but him.
Oh no!
A black market stick bug is something that I would absolutely love to get my hands on. Yes, definitely. Here is the proof that Nick and Lively aren't real, just in Daniel's head. I think in this episode, Nick and Julianna escaped the basement, and Daniel's doing this as an alibi because Daniel sounds very worried for his safety. Several of these profile pictures are just me doing different faces, and that makes me both happy and concerned.
Awesome.
Next one says, Daniel confirmed being insane. Haha, that was funny, guys. No one responds.
Boy, everyone. Right, friends?
I just want to say you guys have been the only thing keeping me from insanity while I do anything online, so thanks for that. Keep it up, you jokers. Also, can the world stop going into shits? This was 10 days ago, and it's gotten so much worse since then.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. It's fucking awful. All right, patron notes. If you sign up for our Patreon on a certain level, you can we'll read basically whatever you give us, because I keep saying we'll do a limit, and I never do, so... Here we are.
Sometimes it'll be to be continued if it's
Sometimes it's a vor story, and sometimes... It's just a nice note, like from
and
Violet
then other
here.
times it's also a vor story.
Yeah, it's just all vor stories. I see a theme. Hi, this is my pod note from Violet. Dear Peapods, what the fuck is happening in the world? It feels upside down, or like we're in a parallel universe with everything happening everywhere. Anyway, amid all this chaos, I hope every single one of the P Army are safe within their pod. To change the subject, I was wondering if you could tell us something niche that your city does, or the people in your city do, that might not be really known. As an example, my city is recognized for their annual volleyball tournament happening each year in May. I wish a lovely or friendly Valentine's Day to all of you. Thank you.
You must take volleyball seriously.
We have the Arch is a national park. I don't know how many people actually know that, and it's kind of funny because we just did a puzzle of the national parks and all these really beautiful little animated like posters from all the national parks, and then the Arch makes it look like it's in a fucking rainforest. They're like, look at all this natural park at the Arch. It's not like that at fucking all. It's so funny.
No, it's not great. In Seattle, they've got the world's largest rubber ducky right now. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, my friend
Right
just sent me
now,
a Snapchat of
they're
that.
building a new one.
I want to see it. I want to see it so bad. I've been at work, and it's about to leave this weekend.
Go, dude, take a pic. Oh, big metallic bean. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, no one knows that about Chicago.
That's your little town. Your.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Nick, we gotta do another
own the
Chicago
bean.
weekend, because it's been too long since I've seen you, and it's getting sad.
I've literally never met Nick in person ever.
I
you
know.
don't
Still,
exist.
give us money. Nick, go if you go to Colorado with us, and Julianna, if you go to Colorado, or
I
just meet
want
up with
to.
Julianna in Italy.
I want to. I already told you what my
Flight's
mother said.
paid. Just join. Get on. I'm gonna send an Uber. I'm gonna send an Uber to your place. You're gonna have to decline it if he's just gonna wait outside your house.
Why is there a man standing outside of my house?
Get in the
And I was
car.
like, I sent him. I sent him.
Do what in your car?
Next note from local fuckboy. Good day, Pequeños pod. I'm a new Patreon member. I want to thank Daniel for his excellent customer service during this time. Being honest, I've been a fan of the pod for about 3 years, ever since episode 11, and this has truly given me a route out on the bad days. Even when I feel down, I come back to the podcast for some fun laughs, and it's changed my life for the better. And with disposable income in my life, I've decided to waste most of it on your subscription, so you have more money to continue the blessing of a podcast. Thank you for your lovely contribution. Loving y'all's Missourian. I thank you so much. I just feel bad that anyone that actually loves us and supports us, like, really should need that money for something else.
No.
I just feel bad. It's always like, I finally made enough money to buy some food, so I also have gotten a Patreon. I'm like, oh, where are all the rich people?
Cheap.
Yeah,
Rich
$5 a
people
month.
not
It's
like
one
our
cup of coffee a
content.
month. You can do that for us.
We need
Dude,
Mr.
Daniel, we were
Beast
literally,
fans.
yeah, I was like, we were literally just bitching about how we're like, tax the rich, and you're like, why don't rich people like us?
Yeah, that's a good point. I understand now. Next note from Deluxe Toaster. I don't know if y'all's recorded yet, but my note is just going to be the previous one I sent y'all. How can we understand a desire as a productive force how can we understand desire as a productive force rather than a suppressed one? What is the relationship between desire and fascism?
Oh God.
Oh my gosh, we're getting like philosophical.
Oh Lord.
Here. What's the
That
relationship
question's
between
hurting my
desire
brain.
and fascism? I mean, isn't fascism just the desire to be evil?
Couldn't you
Is
just
that the
ask us like
basic
what
answer?
cheese we'd be if we were to choose a type of cheese to be? Come on, homie.
Anybody answer that?
I
Answer our
know.
Patreon note. They paid for this, Nick. They paid to hear
Okay,
your
well,
answer on what is
mozzarella.
desire
I'll
versus
answer my
fascism.
own question. Mozzarella. There we go. No.
Oh my gosh. Next note from Whimsical
Mine would
Tree.
be dairy free.
Next note is from Whimsical Tree. Okay, so short story if it's not too late. I went to a musical with my grandma and was like, oh, hey, let's go to dinner. And we went to a place called Bombshells by accident. We didn't realize it was a restaurant like Hooters until we got there.
Yes!
Wow. I've never heard of a thing called a
Grandma.
restaurant. That's such a clever phrase. Anyway.
I didn't
So
know
yeah,
that
I
was a
took my
terminology.
grandma to a military-themed Hooters. I would go again,
awesome,
honestly. The
dude.
food was delicious. Bombshells is a military-themed
That
boob
checks
place.
out.
That's
That
hilarious.
makes sense.
Let's go.
Our Hooters, some of the letters went out. I think I told you guys this, and the sign just says hose. And we went and took pictures outside of it, and the manager got mad, and now all the lights are off. So
Oh, you shut down the hose.
I got a Polaroid of it. That I'm really proud
Oh,
of it.
perfect.
Boo. Wait, my answer to the last question that was
Desire
the
versus
intense
fascism?
question, yeah, is another question. I'm answering it with a question.
Oh,
So do you think
brother.
do you think
this
do you
guy
think
stinks.
do you think power causes corruption or vice versa? That's my question that's my answer to that person.
So you're really gonna follow up me talking about the hose sign with
Yeah,
just power?
yeah.
Cause,
I want to
corrupt-
tell
Alright,
them. I want us to answer their question. I'm giving
What's
them
the
something.
what's the saying? All power corrupts, but not all. No, what is it? All corrupt people have power, but not all power corrupts absolutely.
you
I don't
saying?
fucking
What are you
know. I didn't go to
saying?
school.
I have no power. I don't know what you're talking about.
Next note here
Hose.
from Ego.
It's every other letter.
It's so evenly spaced
Yeah,
too.
I know. It's like, oh, the aesthetic. It's so good.
Next note here from Ego. Hey, hear ye, pod people. Anyways, I've never been caught up before listening. I'm a little sad because I have to wait now. Like, what the fuck? I can't speak. Been,
let me type
I'm
that
like, what
out.
the fuck? They're like, I paid for this. I paid for Daniel to do this. Been listening from episode 1, following for like 2 years. I love you guys so much. My boyfriend, whose name is also Nick, except he's white, not really useful to the conversation, has been forced to hear
yes, it
about
is.
and listen to y'all
His name's
silly
like
goobers.
Buddy's white.
So he's
normal.
better. He's been forced to hear and listen about this for so long. I'm so excited to finally be a Patreon member. I work at Disney World. Both me and my boyfriend are doing the same college internship. No, I'm not
I know
studying
people that
anything
work
in
at Disney
school.
World.
This was my easy out because all the trauma from my childhood was making it hard to function whilst being thrust into adulthood with no
damn.
coping skills.
Ooh.
That's
Oh,
like
damn.
the most like solid way I've
So-
seen that put for so many people. Yeah.
So
I
is it
didn't-
Disney University? That's the perfect, probably.
I didn't grow up going to Disney, but he did. And he always got me into it a little too much because he'd take me. His aunt bought me a pass holder. I'm broke. Anyways, as someone introduced Disney later in life, and now I work here, I gotta say, like the happiness aspect, getting excited. But other than that, I totally agree with you all about why are we bringing babies here, and why are we proposing here, and why they have to ruin Star Wars and steal Marvel. Other than that, the job is
Dude, you're
cool.
spitting.
Massa Mouse treats me like the little house slave I would have been
Stop,
if I was born during that
Dude.
time. But in all seriousness, working for the Disney flagship deluxe resort is kind of fun to brag about. Anyways, I'm not going to try to rant. November, December were the longest weeks to get through for me all of a sudden. I don't understand why magically Sky Daddy felt the need to cram so much lore into my grimoire. But y'all pulled me through it. Happy to return the favor of $15 a month, 3 cups of coffee. Aww. Y'all did a lot for me these past almost 2 years. I listened to you. And also, are you not going to make a new intro for a new year? No. Irregardless,
Oh, it
no.
doesn't say.
Should I just keep making it more unhinged the more the years go on? It's just like, please, if you don't subscribe, I'm gonna find you. It's
Just
me
screaming. Welcome.
I can do that. That'd be funny. Irregardless, now bow down to me and call me Ego. See you on the next pod. Good night.
Thank you, Ego.
Thank you, Ego. Next note here from Retro. This will be my last podcast note until... Ow! I made a resolution to save more money, especially until I get a new job with more hours.
Not with us.
Ooh. I might comment on Spotify episodes, but I doubt it'll be funny enough to catch Daniel's eye. Oh, that sounds so... You probably won't. The Patreon community meant... I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't just pick ones that are funny.
Budget cuts. We've been selected.
Yeah. The patron community meant a whole lot to me, so I'll make a huge comeback. Pause for laughter. Eventually. I read.
Wait, do you not let them
like a dumbass?
I was just gonna say, do you not let them continue to just stay in there?
No, I
Daniel
do.
kicks
Yeah, I don't
them
kick
out.
them out.
Oh, okay. I was like, you don't just
You think I've got time to keep track of that
You're
shit?
not paying us.
get out, banned.
Besides all that, I've been constantly reminded about how I still do not have a license at 21. Cars and driving in general is fucking terrifying, but because I live in the middle of nowhere with no public transportation, I absolutely must get my license, but I don't plan to anytime soon. I've tried. Got my permit, and I drove it to and from work a few times. Best friend let me drop flowers off to my boyfriend with his car, and my boyfriend's dad also let me practice with them, but I get too scared and can't multitask. I have a journal filled with notes, tips, and laws about driving, and I understand everything. I simply just cannot put it to work. I know people say it takes more time and practice, but I just can't do it. What was your driving experience like? Do you prefer public transportation or driving yourself? Also, am I being too unreasonable for not wanting to drive just yet? Goodbye. See you all soon.
Okay, as somebody who is a big fucking dummy and doesn't drive because of the same reasons, I've like severe anxiety around driving. No, me in particular. It's severe anxiety around it, and like, yeah, everybody around me is like, it's very unreasonable. You're very stupid for this. Like, everybody's like, this is ruining your life. So yeah, you will have access to more opportunities.
Which it is. It is actively ruining your life. So
yeah, you will if you can't afford a vehicle. That's also another privilege I don't have right now, is if you can afford a vehicle and you are able to drive, it will open up more opportunities for you in your life. But yeah, as somebody who also struggles with that, yeah, it sucks. Get over it, like everybody tells me to do. I'm kidding. It's very hard. It's a tough thing if you struggle with that, because people really don't understand it, because so many people do it, you know? Mm-hmm. And they're like, you just do it. Everyone does it. And you're like, how do you explain that this is like my biggest fear? And people are like, and it's part of the world around you. Get over your biggest fear ever. And you're like, all right, yeah, great. Tried therapy for it. Tried medication for it. Still struggle with it. So my advice is not great, because I'm also a lost cause. Yeah, I actually didn't know that you were supposed to keep like your foot like on the ground, so I had mine hovering above like the brake the whole time. So the next day my leg was so sore, and I told my mom my leg was sore, and she's like, "What the fuck? What do you mean?" And I was like, "Yeah, how do you guys just hold it up all the time?"
My dad held his leg above the gas for 12 hours straight.
She's like, "You what?" I drove for like 2 hours and I didn't know. So I just had one leg sore and I was like, this sucks. Driving sucks, Mom. She's like, what? You're so stupid.
Cute, dude.
I was like, I didn't know. And now she tells that all the time at her freaking HR stories, where it's like, if you don't know, you won't know. That's why training is important.
If you don't know, like my dumbass daughter, you just won't know.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, be as specific as possible, basically, because if you've never had any experience with something, how would you freaking know? Right. And I'm like, that's true.
So true. Next note here from
Jabibus. No experience for Daniel?
Oh,
you had no fun driving?
What did your dad ever take you out and let you drive before you're 16?
Was like, hell no, I'm not teaching my daughters how to drive.
Really? He never did?
No, my mom did. It was so fun.
We got a couple more notes here. Patron note from Jabibus Christ. Hello, Pequeno Pod. Hopefully there's more than just one of 3 of the members present this time. Lately, these few episodes have felt like a sausage fest. I think it would be cool if you could turn it into a clam beret. Not enough female representation. Anyway, hope you all are feeling better this episode. Love, Jabibas. We had a non-man last episode.
A non-male.
And now we have 2.
Yeah.
Yay! It's only half sausage fest now. Bet you feel stupid, don't you? Note here from Aquatic Naturalist. Good lord. I'm sorry, that came out wrong. I mean, wow.
Wow, thank you for your contribution.
Everyone must think I'm such a dick. I'm sorry.
God.
Oh, brother. Hello, hopefully everybody.
Yeah? You typed that?
I messed up on the first word. Ha! I brought home my scented geranium plant recently, and I realized that my hobbies are becoming a little bit more of an obsession with collecting plants. I now have 4 separate types of plant in my room alone. So I was curious if any of the pod members have had any hobbies that started out fine but then ran out of control. I was working on some Pokemon teams for the Ps. I'm so sorry, Daniel, to any Pokemon fan who hears this, because the names are likely going to get murdered because Daniel's reading them. The teams are Daniel, Esper, Pidove, Charmander, Cubchoo, Flamigo, and a shiny Applin. Nick has Ghastly, Registeel, Rotom, Zubat, Elgyem, and Iron Treads.
You're like the cave-dwelling ones.
Lively has Beedrill, Vespiquen, Zigzagoon, Celio, Boltund, and Gorgeist.
Alright, I got more insect-based ones, I guess.
Daniel has Esper since he has Jinx, Pidove because of the pigeons, Cubchoo because he's always sick, Flamigo because of the sad flamingos, Charmander because of the previous episode, and the Applin is shiny because it's the closest I can get to a P. Nick has Ghastly because he said it's his favorite, Registeel, Rotom, Iron Treads because of Daft Punk, Zubat since he has the bat story, and Elgyem because of his little alien. This is so cute.
Cute.
Lively has Beedrill and Vespiquen because of the wasps.
My bugs.
Zigzagoon because of the raccoon story. Celio because Washington has a lot of seals. Boltund because of Bandit, and Gorgeist because she is haunted and it's a grass and ghost type.
Thank you.
Other than that, I hope that
good.
Jinx and Bandit are doing well, and if Nick has any pets, I hope they're doing well too. I wish you had all calm seas and clear waters aquatic. Thank you.
Bandit was
Spoiler
sick
alert,
last week.
They're not.
Oh.
No one laughs at that one. Come on, dude. I'm 0 for 5 on that joke.
Wait, do it again.
God.
Do it again. Do it again.
No, you spoiled it.
No!
Dead pets? Sorry.
No.
All right. Next note from Catalyst.
Baby boy.
Bonjour, mes amis. I'm in the process of working on my French
Bandit
again,
had
so Violet will be
sickness
proud of
last
me.
week.
But anyways, I hope y'all are doing well, especially since I smoked y'all's asses in the Jackbox call, which was super fun, by the way.
Ooh, you guys got.
Because a $15 patron to enjoy the benefits of destroying everyone. Anyways, I don't have a Valentine this year, so I was commiserating about things I could do on my own or with platonic friends to celebrate love in general. So my question for you all is, do you have any suggestions for singular or plural Valentine's activities so I'm not sad on the 14th? I pray y'all are doing well and at least staying safe. Don't do drugs. All of my love and peace, Catalyst. Go to a restaurant, rent the table for 2, and just take turns at the different seats talking to yourself in front of everybody.
Okay, first of all, what you're not going to do is that. And then...
There's a couple movies coming out. You can take yourself to a movie, or if you have a group of friends, you can do like a Galentine's Day.
I was gonna say
of any gender.
Galentine's.
Doesn't have to. Any gender.
Yeah, honestly, as someone that was single for a very long time, movies... that was it. I loved movies, and all our movie theaters, like the closest one, you can walk in from the back, which is so great. I don't know why more theaters aren't like that, where you don't have to do the walk of shame up the stairs past everybody. But so you can just walk in, sit down in your row in the back, and get up and be the first one to leave. Like, you don't have to have everyone look at you that you're by yourself alone.
Loser.
Okay. I love going to the movies.
Do people have these thoughts? Do people think this? I don't think anyone's looking at you and saying like, "Hey, man, you live alone."
Okay. I thought you were saying, does anyone give a shit what you're saying about this?
No. I'm saying like seeing you alone at a movie. It's like I don't. I think
probably
like,
not. But that's what my
this person
brain was
probably
saying.
enjoys
They were
a sick
saying.
movie too.
Yeah, if I walked in alone to a movie theater and people started laughing, I would think it's because of me.
Aw. No one
But it
cares.
was. They said, "There's Daniel. He's alone." I can hear them.
Everyone
pointed
knows
and
me
laughed.
everywhere I go.
The spotlight from the projection deck came upon me.
Dang.
It what upon you? Anyway, last note here from Lucas. Well, another note now from Tony Jackoff. So, a lot of shit has happened with people being flown in military planes, cuffed at the feet and hands. Anyways, the world's against America, essentially, so only white people are in these episodes now. Oh, we've completely pivoted. All right. Hey, that was just last episode. Leave me alone. But I do hope Daniel that you are feeling better and not sick. I'm doing good right now, and hope Juliana and Nick is back. They are. Nick, where's my digital Christmas card? But yeah, wild things. Also, that silence when Daniel read the notes was so painful. Jeez.
Oh no.
I thought he would start coughing and then pass out and puke, piss, and shit himself, but good thing that he didn't. Thanks.
Awesome.
Yeah, I did okay by myself.
Congratulations.
I was under the assumption I didn't need to send out a digital Christmas card because, it's February. But, I mean, if you still want it, I could send it to you.
Send out Valentine's.
Nick's only hiding from the President of the United States. So, yeah, why don't we just have him work on sending you a digital Christmas card, you fucking selfish asshole. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Just send out Valentine's to people, but it'll just be the same thing as the Christmas card.
It was fun to actually see you guys. I'm glad you're alive.
Yes, it was good talking to y'all.
Have a good night. See you
Love
later.
y'all.
Bye-bye. Thank you for
Bye.
listening if you're still on this episode.
Oh.
Sorry. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Hi, Bandit. Bandit's here. Bandit's arrived.
Bye, Bandit. Oh, our
And
kid.
John-
John's
Bandit's ass.
back from work.
Because you don't have a room. Yeah, that's
I
the
don't.
sad
I
part.
don't.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye.